Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Sunday night game of the Kindred of Savannah. And did you hear the tone? It means I'm live. And you know I'm live. You just did that to screw with me because I didn't give you a countdown.
No.
Alright, so we are here. We are live. We are ready to play some Vampire the Masquerade. But before we do, as per usual, I don't get paid for any of these nice little shout outs, but we use them and I want to shout them out to, share them with you, the viewers at home. First of all, the map in the middle of the screen here. Granted, it is a Google map of the city of Savannah, a little section of it. Makes it easier, when you're working in a real world, to just go ahead and pop out a Google map for it. We do that with Torganess Play as well. But we're using Roll20 to show it to the players as well as the viewers. And I'm double checking to make sure my mic is live, because last time we did this, my mic wasn't live, so there was no introduction after the second one. Anyway.
And then you forgot to make it live.
No, we made it. I forgot to make it live first time after doing the introduction. And when I did make it live, I left my mic off. So I was doing all the introduction, and there was no mic. It was just hearing you guys responding. Let's see. The little miniatures, you'll see 3 of them, are 3 intrepid adventurers, are vampires, are wayward vampires, whatever kind of vampires you want to call these guys. You can see the miniatures moving around on there. They are created through Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a website you can go to create custom miniatures that you can have. You can either have them send them to you from, basic miniature size up to like a 6-inch, I think is the highest height.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll say around 6 to 8 inches.
It's metric.
Because I haven't verified that. But I do know you can actually get it sent to you in either the plastic that they use, or I think you can get it sent to you in a harder type. Well, it's got different versions of you can have it sent to you. Different versions, different type of material you can have sent to you. Or if you have your own 3D printer, you can go ahead and pay for the program and print them off on your printer however many you want to. But if you're a subscriber, you can create those custom miniatures and create a digital version of that miniature that you can use in your digital games, such as what we've done here. And yes, we were all subscribers. I believe we are all subscribers.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I know you are because you probably have, 100, 150 miniatures you've created on there?
Well, and you've seen all the ones in Consequence of Chaos.
There's just been a couple.
He's actually counting them, so at the end of the stream, when he's done counting, we'll let you know the number. Also, we have a standing, I guess you could say, sponsorish kind of thing. So if you have a chance, please go to gooeycube.com, check them out. It is a world called Zyathe. It's created by the company, and it is kind of a 5th edition type world. But, with a little tweaking here and there, you can add your 2nd edition, go back to 3rd edition, whatever edition you wish to use. That's the template they were using when they created it. Now, mind you, they created a world that has been expanded upon since their creation by the community. So you may have a DM at home or some players that talked about this tavern they've dealt with in a previous game. Who knows? That tavern may actually be in the world of Zyathe now, based on the fact that people have been sharing, or the community has been sharing things for the last, almost 4 years now? Time does fly. We also have a game that we tend to do with them. It's we got the 4th chapter of the Red Star Rising campaign. In the near future, once we get everything settled with our other games, who knows? Maybe once all my vampires die, this campaign here in the thing in Kindred here in Savannah ends, we may jump into some Red Star Rising with a couple new Hanatas. Who knows? We'll figure that out in the near future, but when we know, we will let you know for certain. Down below, if you're watching us on Twitch, is a little bio. It tells you a little bit about us, tells you what programs we're currently running, Organized Play, D&D on Friday, and of course the Vampire the Masquerade here on Sundays, as well as periodically peppered in some PlayStation 5 games. As of right now, it has been God of War. Earlier, it's been other things. All you gotta do is check our YouTube channel out to find out for certain what has been played. And if you have a suggestion out there that you would like to see played, put a comment out there. Let us know. Send us a message, something, and we'll play it, or I'll play it. Let's see. But next to that bio is a little link for Extra Life. Click on that link and it allows you to go to the Extra Life website, which gives you the opportunity to be generous and help out the Children's Miracle Network as well as children's hospitals. We leave that running on our website year round. Mind you, some of us may not, each year may forget to click on it and join the team, but Marcus is real diligent about that, keeping it up and running for us year long. So you can always go on there, and if his name is the only one on there, it doesn't really matter to us as long as those kids get the money, because that's the most important thing. We're not worried about bragging rights. Oh, I collected more than you did. No, we just want to make sure the kids get it, no matter how much it is. If you're also watching us on Twitch, you'll notice down at the bottom part of the screen in the chat area is a little bubble-looking item. You click on that thing the longer you watch our programs, whether it be the game streaming or any of the other shows that we're playing. You collect points. Those points can be spent on Friday evening's game of Consequences of Chaos to add more chaos to the game that's already chaotic to begin with. Because Lord knows the players that Robert's got to deal with, if you've been watching us long enough, you know they're all chaotic, including me. So that's it for me. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has any further announcements they'd like to make at this particular point in time.
I will say I have, 139 characters on Hero Forge, so not that many.
Now the next question is, does your Hero
How many
Forge...
of them are variants of Angel?
Well, 15.
No, they're reusing the same one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So the next question is, how many of those miniatures actually have a roll-up page already set up for them in D&D Beyond? And we'll get back with you in a little while when he gets done counting those. So if there's no other...
like 6.
So if there's no other announcements or any other comments anybody'd like to make at this particular point in time, let's see if these bloodsuckers make it through another night. Granted, if you've been watching us, you'll notice our title changed a little bit. It's been going by nights. Now, since we've done a little jump in a few nights, we're now to episodes. So we're still running in a sequence, and if you hop on there and you see one says episodes, one says nights, don't worry, the number at the end still tells you what order to watch them in. So, we left off last session. You guys had finished a 4-day hiatus, getting healing, getting equipment, stewing in the ground. Yeah, some fighting, some hunting, some trying to avoid getting attacked by werewolves because you were in their territory. Things along those natures. There was
avoiding the church.
Yes, you actually did see a group of individuals walking down the street as you were driving at one point in time that may have resembled something along those lines based on tattoos that you noticed on their bodies. They weren't wearing military gear, but they carried themselves like professional operators. For those, for the Marine guy who's in the group, he's the one that kind of recognized, if I'm not mistaken. And you have another issue. There's bodies being found beheaded. Bodies seem to be bodies of kindred. You don't know for certain whether they're all, Camarilla, or they're all anarchs, or if they're just, independents. Doesn't really know. But what you do know is that there is a redhead with a sword, dressed in black, who seems to be walking the streets of Savannah, who's been noticed once or twice, and I think you've also found her on camera now, near the World War II memorial near the Hyatt. So you want to investigate that, but you've not actually ran into her personally yet. You also investigated the roof of the Hyatt and discovered there were ashes because a homeless fella told you about the aliens that were abducting people, and he could see the lights where they were being teleported or grabbed from the top of the Hyatt building near dawn. Well, you've investigated and realized that somebody has been staking people out on top of the Hyatt and eliminating them and what's left of their bodies. So that's another issue you have to contend with. You did some security, whatever. Judd went in and stole what he thought may be the hard drives necessary to check the cameras to find out who took whom upstairs. Mm-hmm. Actually, what he ended up doing was stealing the entire system The entire not tower. What am I looking for?
Server.
Server. Thank you. It just was not coming to mind. Stole the entire 3 blocks of the server and carried them out and gave them to Strix to peruse through.
Deal with.
Yeah. Well, I was being more nice than just, here. Deal with this. Christoph seems to be in decent spirits. He's keeping his flush on. Right? Is that the word?
Yes.
Flush of life. But he's not left. He has made the comment that if he has to relocate, then he'll relocate. But as of right now, he feels safe enough that he is not connected to anybody else as far as the affiliation with Chimarilla or the Anarchs, that he should be somewhat safe. But he's not said anything more about his flexing to the prince a while back, so we don't know where that'll go. Have I missed anything? I'm sure I've missed something.
There's addresses. Zeke was kidnapped and is gone. We know that the bouncer's name is Rostov.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just the other bouncer, his name is Rostov.
Rostov something another. You don't know the rest of his name, but he is a Russian.
Oh, we have the full name. I just
Yes,
Yeah.
I gave it to the players.
Yeah.
So are we? No, there's a lot. Let's get to.
I could actually open up my notes.
Yeah. That's just what I'm glancing through. There was a Hummer with a 50 cal on top, and someone mentioned maybe wanting to fuck with it, and I said, hey, I'm going to go down a few blocks, you can get out, and I'm going to leave. And then we saw snipers, and it was great, and somebody flicked a cigarette out the window.
Indicating that maybe it was a good idea you didn't go fuck with that Humvee.
Hey, they want to fuck with it, I'm going to ditch this car I just bought, and I'm going to leave my new home I just moved into. I'll try and find another marina. Hey, there's one out by the werewolves.
So where did we actually leave you guys off at?
I dropped Jude off. I think Angel's with Jude. And then I went to my home.
Right, and that was the end of the night, was it not?
Yes, that was the end of the night.
Okay. So
I had murdered a dude.
Yes, you had, and I cleaned up after you.
Yeah, I killed a guy.
Yep, he was a drug dealer, and he had 2 gangster buddies nearby who was wondering why his car took off without anybody in it. As you decided to drain their boss.
I didn't want
Dry.
to drain their boss, but
You must have. You did it.
Mistakes happen, especially when you roll hot garbage and then you roll like 12 out of 8 dice.
So let's see how hungry you gentlemen are this evening as you rouse yourselves from your daily slumber.
Okay, I'm normal again. I'm not. I've got that little bit of hunger in me.
Yes, but I can easily get mine down. So,
I mean, I could too, but I don't want to kill another person.
well, yes, but I have that nice little trait. So,
Yeah. Is that a racial or just a advantage merit type of thing?
well, it's kind of a disadvantage based
Okay.
on. Well, it's based on my feeding type.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
And I'm sure nothing's going to come of all these bodies disappearing in the city of Savannah.
No, nothing.
I mean, these are just more clothes for the thrift shop. That's all that's important.
I think the clothes go with it, don't they? When you
No, just the flesh.
Oh, well then yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this thing all slimy? Oh, whatever.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do before I even go or message Jude is I'm gonna message Christoph, and I'm gonna say it seems like the I would use some term, but I'm gonna tell him that we saw some sketchy looking people, vampire hunters maybe, but it's gonna be more encrypted, like the church is out going door to door.
He will respond with a thank you. I will be sure to let the bouncers know we are not accepting any pamphlets at this time.
and I get out and go to my car, and I would like to investigate my car to see if it's been trapped any way, shape, or form, bugged any way, shape, or form, because last night we saw those people after I murdered the dude.
Oh, so what you're trying to say is, we need a rouse check from JT
Oh,
or JD or whatever his
JT.
Joker. Give us a rouse check.
Probably an investigation, intelligence.
All right, and you can give me the investigation intelligence to figure out if your vehicle has been tampered with.
Really, that's it. It's one.
Looks fine. Yeah.
I mean, it's a success, but it's one. Best I could do.
Yeah, you look it over. I mean, you're not much of a mechanic, so there's this one wire that goes to this round cylinder thing in the top of your, the side of your engine or wherever the hell it's located in that particular model. And it's got like all these wires coming off of it. And you're like, what is that? Oh, well, it's nothing.
Yep. So yeah, he.
I mean,
looks it over.
you are a mechanic, but your character's not.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the distributor at that point.
Yes, I'm talking about the distributor cap with, all the wires leading to those dark plugs.
Yep.
Which, like I said, I don't know where it's located on that particular model. So.
Oh yeah, it isn't a specific model. It's a generic car in Savannah. Is kind of what we went with.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I would text Jude. Need a lift? Any plans?
Well, I do need to go do one thing, but probably best if I do it alone. But Angel, or well, whatever he's calling himself now, may need a ride.
Okay. I don't think Angel has a phone right now, right?
No, he's still right here, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious for the reason of texting him. I remember you saying you ditched your phone.
JT,
Yeah.
Angel, Devin, whatever. You notice, you notice that Judd is like, ding. He's definitely being texted by somebody and talking to somebody on his phone.
what's going on?
You of new name.
JT.
Do you need a ride?
I guess what we got going on today.
I don't know. I need to go do one personal errand, and then I'll be with y'all. Actually, wait. Do we have the picture of the redhead yet?
Somebody has it on their phone.
It might be on my phone because I remember asking you guys to take pictures. JT said you took a picture, so I'm assuming if you did, I would have had my phone. You would have taken it there, and
Yeah,
you
okay.
don't have yours.
I know that
As long
Strix
as I
sent
have
it.
one.
Strix, we've tried to determine who has an actual whose number Strix had, because she did send a picture to one of you.
I
Okay.
got the picture of the red-haired lady.
Okay, could you send me a copy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously.
So, yeah, if you could come and pick up JT Angel, JT, just JT.
JT.
No, I'm now looking at you, going, is it just JT?
JT
Okay, I then just type in the drama queen.
Okay.
No, he didn't say DQ. He said JT.
Yeah, because you'd probably
So-
get this text and then like you say all that, and then eventually, while he's checking his vehicle, you get another text saying, "Okay."
Yeah. Just wait here. Igor will come pick you up.
All right.
And then I'm going to go take my car, and I'm going to go someplace where I can get it, because I'm dressed again just in black hoodie and sweats and stuff.
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't.
I'm
like
just going to go to one of those places where I can print a photograph and do that.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You find a Staples. I'm not going to look it up and tell you where it's at, but
Yeah.
you find a Staples or some printing shop that you get it printed off at.
Yeah. And I'm going to be writing a note at some point, but I'm going back over to the Bonaventure Cemetery. I'm not going to park. I'm going to park about a half a mile away, and then go invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to do some more blood in just a minute. Actually, I'll do it before I leave. So I'll drop another one off. Down another Capri Sun. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the place that I would normally meet or leave messages for Elijah.
All right.
And I'm going to first see if there is a message there, and then I am going to leave him a message.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Okay. Which is now a little bit better. Is that not right? Okay, now it's right.
Oh yeah. You
So
get
2, yeah.
it's 3, ain't it? 3 successes. It's 3 successes.
Oh, I need 3?
No, you have 3.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you said it's a 2, I thought. No, no, you got 3.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I'm not actually on. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I was somehow up higher.
You hadn't scrolled all the way down. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you get close to your drop-off point, and you notice what looks like somebody asleep on a grave, probably about 2 rows over from where you normally drop yourself off at.
Oh, I had a feeling there would be somebody here. But that's why I'm trying to go invisible. So, keeping an eye on that person, and then trying to drop this off.
All right, so the person doesn't really stir.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear a heartbeat from them.
Yeah. Oh, I know that they're probably...
Yeah. And you're able to drop off your picture, any note, or just a picture?
The note says, didn't mean to get you in trouble. Here's a picture of the person beheading people. And then I'm just saying, and if you want to talk, we can. And then I'm heading out.
All right. What 2 are you doing? I mean, how long is it? I mean, you going anywhere else before you come by and pick him up?
He's not going to be in a hurry to get there, but he's going to drive there normally.
All right, well,
so
it doesn't take a whole lot unless you plan on doing something different while you're waiting.
No, I'm just going to make my way there.
I mean, JT.
Oh, well, I'm kind of like unpacked my rucksack and all that, got my cot out, my woobie, breaking down my Remington 700 PCR E-rifle, cleaning that, and get my gun set up, and just waiting on my ride.
All right, doesn't take long for you to hear engine pull up.
Okay. Alright, I will...
Unless you're not going directly there. I don't want to make assumptions.
I'd be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like I was going to make my way there, so eventually, while he's doing whatever he's doing, he'd hear me. I don't have anywhere out of my way I want to go right now.
Alright, I will grab my 2 Berettas, holster them, pick up my M79, and look out, see if I recognize the vehicle, and then...
You see, Dom, Eagle, or whatever pull up.
Yep.
Okay. I'll walk over and hop in the car. He's in black khakis, black t-shirt, and beanie.
You seem a little strapped tonight, to say it lightly.
Well, I was playing nice and I almost got me killed 3 times now. So
3? Well, maybe you. Myself,
yeah.
just I think that was really the first time.
Well, we had the uh,
Oh yeah,
bodies, the
over where I used to hang
yeah
out.
across the river.
Yeah, I didn't get bothered by them.
I got shot and it hurt. That's why I got my little vest on now. Then we had the prince trying to kill us out in the park with the werewolves, and then the prince blew up my apartment. So yeah,
I don't think the prince was trying to kill us with werewolves. I think he was trying to, dispose of our bodies. But it just
right.
so happened to be werewolf territory, so it wouldn't come back to him.
Well, I'm thinking he would have known that werewolves were there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that was the reason why it was werewolf territory.
Yeah. So
That
in
way,
case we did get away or something, we'd still die by the werewolves. It's his thought process.
Yeah. Do you...
Either way, he's tried to kill me a couple times. And you only get one time.
Do
Next
we
time.
know if it was him, though, back at your...
How else would they know?
Well, you saw last night, and Zeke's disappeared.
Well, yes. But Zeke's out in public talking about the shit.
Oh, he's been doing that for years, from what I could gather.
Yeah.
But seeing those people last night, I think they're really starting to hit town for whatever reason they are. And your new girlfriend that's running around chopping people's heads off.
Well, I don't know if she's my girlfriend. I haven't met her yet, but she looked hot.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was gonna head to the club unless you had any other plans. I could drop you off.
No. But if you don't mind, I'll store this in here in case we need it later. You familiar with what M79 is?
Well, I have a shotgun in the back. I've never really been much one for rifles. It's easier just to kind of walk up to somebody about 3 feet away and blow a grapefruit-sized hole in their chest. But that's just, it feels more personal that way, without being as personal as, just stabbing a person.
Okay. I don't plan on getting close because, last time anyone got close, I kind of died.
I do have a question, though.
Yes.
Did you think that possibly, maybe, your home was compromised after what had happened?
Nothing new happened until we dealt with the prince.
Exactly, but we, ended up in the swamp, and then you still went to your home.
Right.
Did you not think that it could have possibly been compromised, especially since they picked you up there?
Right. The prince compromised. That's why I think they sent that hit squad out there and blew up my apartment.
But I'm asking why you thought it was a good idea to go back.
To get my stuff. And I figured since the ghouls were there, they wouldn't have known if we were killed or not.
Your life is not worth belongings. So if somebody picks you up from, your new home, I would just think it's safe to consider that a loss, write it off.
But they killed Johnny.
Who?
His goldfish.
My pet fish.
Remember the goldfish?
All right. You could get another one. I mean, I'll buy you one tonight if you want. Would that make you feel better? Keeping a pet fish and a hole in the ground.
Me and Johnny been in pipe for like 2 months or actually no, 3 weeks. How long have I lived at that apartment?
Probably about 3
Right.
weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, tonight is
He and I've been through a lot. in Those 3
19
weeks.
plus 4, 2, yeah. I'm sure if that, whatever makes you feel better, whatever helps you sleep
Day.
sleep in the morning.
What was your sleep at day?
Yeah.
I'll sleep better when the prince is gone.
Okay, so you guys are doing this while driving and heading towards 51, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
once he got in and got all of his stuff settled, so we're not driving through the middle of the city with him waving a gun in the front of the car.
Yep. Give me a wits and awareness.
Both.
Yes. Let's see which
All
one is
right.
paying attention to their surroundings.
Oops. What's
Yeah.
awareness?
Welcome back, by the way,
Yes.
Robert.
It's 2. I'm gonna stick with the 2 for now.
All right. Well, you're doing a good job keeping an eye on the road and watching traffic. And JT, you're pretty certain that Humvee that just went through the red light is the same one you wanted to steal a 50 cal off of the other night, but you don't notice a 50 cal on the top of it this time.
Damn it, someone beat me to it.
You do see the ring,
Yeah.
but you don't see the 50 cal.
They beat you to what?
That Hummer that just passed, that was the one that had the 50 cal from the hit squad. What street was that on that they drove down?
I'm not gonna look it up for you. We'll say Bull Street.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are on Liberty and you're about to turn left. Was about to turn left on Bull, but you noticed that heading that direction that you're about to turn down to head towards.
Well, if that was that Humvee, let's go get something to eat. I'm thinking some, maybe some Burger King or some Waffle House.
Sounds good. Oh
Waffle
yeah.
Life. That's what that was for.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, you both of you do just fine. Both of you are now flush with life, and you go to some drive-through or whatever and grab something.
Yeah. We're again just people. Completely normal people.
So we were taking a left on Bull Street when they ran the light.
No, they didn't run the light. They didn't run the light.
Oh.
They were going through the light at crossing Liberty on Bull Street, heading the same direction you gentlemen were heading. But you decided to reroute and go get something to eat.
Yep. We're not following them anymore.
Okay.
It's like, okay, that way. The opposite direction.
So they're
Don't
heading
go
up
that way.
towards-
Don't ever go down that way. You would have gone on down that way. I would have taken him straight to the castle.
Yep.
Nobody?
But-
Okay.
That sounds familiar. Think of it.
It's okay. You can type it if you want to.
I would head towards 51, find a parking spot, park,
Yeah,
proper, following the laws to the T like always.
Yep. Let's see.
Angel, is there anywhere else you would rather be right now? Before we get there?
No. I told the boss I wouldn't do anything stupid until I let him know beforehand.
So you're just gonna let him know when you're ready to do something stupid? Is that what I just heard?
That's exactly what I heard.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I mean, if you're gonna go after the prince, that's a terrible idea. Awful idea. You're gonna die again. But
Your final death this time.
yeah, I think if we're gonna do this, we have to do it right. We've got, and think of it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're driving, I'll place my hand on his shoulder. Think of it this way. You have not aged a day since we went to that party.
we've got years to plan for this revenge. We don't have to worry about getting it done in a week, in a month, because we're running out of time. We've got years to get our revenge. You can let that sit inside and boil and broil and just build.
But if he keeps sending hit squads after us,
That's just it. There was the one that we ran into.
it's
If we run
been
into
2 days.
a second one, exactly. If there's a second one, then it's an issue. But it was just that one.
The day after he tried to kill us the first time, and he blew up our apartment. And then my apartment, and then I literally went underground for 4 days, so he couldn't find me.
I mean, he's left me alone. I haven't ran into anything. Nothing's come across me. And that's why I'm saying, if you want to do this, plan, and we'll do it right. We'll make sure that, we've got all this time. Let's start studying nuclear physics. What could go wrong there? If you want to do it, bathe him in sunlight. It just might cause a bit of a power vacuum, but there's going to be a power vacuum anyway, so there's nothing wrong there.
Alright. It'll just make his
Oozing
life.
sarcasm.
We'll just make his life a living hell.
You can do that until we're ready to just head off the beast. But then someone else is going to step in his shoes. It might be the sheriff. It's not going to be any of the sheriff's goons because they're all dead. But, it could be Ezekiel, but I don't think that would be anyone who would step into it, Wouldn't make any sense.
Ezekiel? Or Elijah?
Elijah.
That's, you said Ezekiel. I was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
No. Zeke is the crazy one. Remember that.
Yeah, I knew it. That'd be even better. Let's have a Malkavian as the prince. What could go wrong?
Well, we have Jew become prince. He can do a hell of a lot more for the homeless.
He's just a Nos. He's not a Malkavian. He's not crazy. He's just homeless.
That's why I say, get him the prince. He'll have a nice big ass home. He won't have to listen to his uncle's brother's cousin or whoever in the crypt.
Grandpa, but with like 13 greats before it, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, has he been talking to more dead people in his new home?
Apparently there's some hot chick that's there. Some woman in some dress, I guess. He wouldn't let me talk to her, so I don't know.
Did you try? I mean, you can always try and talk to the dead, see what happens. You just might get haunted or possessed. That'd be great.
No, that'd be the first time I had a woman side me.
You know what? Let's see what happens. Let's turn this around. We're at 51. Let's go back to his home, find that, dead lady, and see if she'll possess you. What could go wrong? Completely just throw a wrench into everything.
So, you guys you've gotten to a parking lot near 51. Are you turning around and heading back?
I'm not driving, so.
I mean, I was being sarcastic, but I'm really contemplating seeing if you can get possessed by a ghost right now.
Okay, you're sharing with the...
But,
whatever the hell that
yeah.
is.
But yeah, let's go talk to Boss and see what he's up to. Are there any faith hunters or whatever you want to call them out front or in the area as we park?
Not currently that you can do. Well, I mean, I don't know. There might be. Why don't you give me a look?
Two again.
No, you don't see any.
Alright, yeah, that looks safe enough. Hey, stop it.
I mean, JT doesn't see any either, but he's becoming more focused and a little paranoid as he looks around the crowds that are walking the streets near 51.
Put those away. Put them away. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle.
Yeah, you do see his eyes kind of flare a little bit, and his head starts darting around, and he's watching each person that comes walking by.
You know, back door might be the best idea for you right now. Let's head into the back of the club. Let you calm down a bit.
Oh, PTSD, you know.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Maybe Strix has found something for us, or we could ask them about that gal that she sent a picture of.
Okay.
See if there's any new news on the radio.
I got a question though. If we find the gal, if she's going around chopping heads off these guys, isn't she a little bit more for us to handle?
Well, here's the thing. Let's get inside. Let's not talk about this out here.
I thought we were inside, sorry.
Yeah, you guys are going in the back door.
Yeah, inside conversations for inside conversations.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of those things I want to say I think I heard Jude when he was talking during those first nights about these people that hunt us. And it's not the church. I think he was talking about like a actual hunter maybe of some sort. And like they were just people, but they actually came after us for some reason or another. Obviously, because it's not because we eat people, but I want to say something along the lines. But he could have just been rambling to it at some point, talking to his grandpa or something. But
it's been almost a week since I've eaten or tasted human blood.
You didn't last night?
I had some animal.
Okay.
Let's go talk to the boss. He might have some vintage of your flavor that you desire.
I appreciate that.
You can disregard the PTSD issue with the spotting and looking around because you actually made. You succeeded on the roll. Remind me, because I may forget. Bestial failures only go into effect if you failed the check.
Oh.
So if you had failed the check, then the beast would start to mess with you.
Okay.
So just remind me. I've been combining them, and that's not fair to you guys.
I think it's interesting still. Like, you succeeded, but you have that little bit of
Yeah, but when you fail, it's going to be a little more more than a I mean, your hunger may go up, other things may happen. Or you may even take damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I was freshening up on what it actually does because I was realizing I might be doing that wrong. So, my bad. For those who are watching, I am new to the game, just not the storytelling part. And I think all of us, this is our first time playing this edition of it.
Mm-hmm.
So things are a little different from previous editions, so bear with us. Well, let's just enjoy the program.
Been almost 30 years since I actually played
The
that.
story. The story.
Yes,
it's been like 6 or 7 since I played, New World Darkness.
All right, so you guys are able to go in the back of the complex. There's a dude there that's like, oh, yeah.
He's with me. He's fine.
That's right, he's your brother or something like that just got from deployment, right?
Yeah, poor guy.
So you've been over in the sandbox?
Yes, yeah. I was over in Kirkuk.
Bless you. I mean, I don't know that exact location, so I was never served. I heard that's what they call it. Oh yeah, sorry. You guys need to go upstairs or anything like that?
Yeah.
Or you just want to come through the back door so you ain't got to deal with the crowd up front?
Bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good with crowds right now, so.
It's fine. Do I need? Yeah. Um, do you need Carla or do you need the man upstairs?
Oh, well, we're gonna go see boss.
Okay.
He said he might be able to hook me up with a job.
Okay. Sure. Well, I mean, you can get past his guard there at the back door, up top. You know, more than welcome. If you need any drinks, though, let me know and I'll get with Zoe or Michelle, and one of them can make you something. And food. Do you guys need any food? Anything like that?
We just came from Burger King. Appreciate it, though.
Well, screw you then, man. I've been slaving on these stoves all day long, keeping people fed out there. You could at least come and got something from me.
I didn't
And he just kind of turns around and storms off.
I mean, hey, what's your favorite? Next time I come through, I'll make sure you have something.
No, you're not understanding. I'm the cook here, dude.
Yeah.
What's my favorite? You tell me what you want, and I'll make sure it's ready next time you come by.
Oh, I mean, I thought you were saying you were slaving away and you were hungry.
Oh, I'm the cook. I'm never hungry.
All that taste testing.
Sure, it's what we call it. All right, so you guys are able to head upstairs. Judd, you're still at the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they're making their way to 51, is there anything you're doing over there at the cemetery?
I'm just leave. I mean, was there a message for me? I don't think so.
Yeah, you didn't say
remember.
you checked, so but you did check for a message?
Yeah, I would check for a message and then leave my message.
All right, so yeah, as of right now, you don't find a message in there.
Okay. Then I'm going to go back, completely different route. And Igor has at least taught me one thing of kind of going a circuitous route to get back to a car. And so I'm doing that to make sure I'm not followed. And
Okay, give me a.
then
You
wits and
actively check.
awareness?
Are you actively checking, or are you going to use wits and awareness for it?
Wits and awareness.
Okay.
Because I upped my wits finally.
Ah, okay. So now I understand.
So that's 3.
Yeah. The guy as you leave is still just kind of passed out or whatever he is on top of the tombstone. But with a 3, as you're leaving, you do notice some mild movement from him, but not enough. He didn't get up and walk towards the thing as if he knew that you had dropped it in there. He just shifted as you left.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you get back to your vehicle without any issue.
And because Igor has taught me this too, I'm going to stop at some restaurant, but instead of just getting something for me, I'm getting, I'll stop by a Taco Bell and get some, burritos and tacos. But I'm going to be handing them out before I get over to the club. And, I'll do a blush of life also.
All right, go for it.
And because I may have to.
Okay, yeah, good.
This time I didn't. And I will be doing some blood in the car to get rid of that hunger. But I will eat also. So it looks like I'm sharing a meal with some people. But I'm going to basically go and make sure people I know on the street have some food tonight.
Yeah, all right. So you make your way to 51 is where you're heading, right?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
All right. Well, you're making your way, moving around, walking the streets. You find a few here, a few there, and you're able to drop off and at least deliver a few meals through the night.
Yeah.
At one point in time, you do notice that SUV drive by around West Burleson Street.
Gotcha. Okay. West what street?
Burleson?
Okay.
Now, I need to check something. I need to figure out what route you came from the Bonneview.
Oh, I would be, again, it's circuitous. I would probably, hold on one second. To give you an exact, I would be coming from the Bonaventure. Where am I? When I come back, I would go over first to toward the Savannah Botanical. Yeah, I'm going to go down Savannah Botanical Gardens around Harry S. Truman, and then coming back up Veterans Parkway, then hitting 80 to come back into downtown. So it is a circuitous route. If anyone is following me, I'm hoping to catch them.
Yep.
And then lose them.
Oh, let me go ahead and pop up Savannah again. Oh no.
So in other words, I'm going south, and then west, and then back north.
Right. I'm just trying to determine whether or not you, at any point in time, went past Forsyth Park. Is all.
I will be. I will be passing Forsyth Park.
Okay. So.
Because my plan was to come down Victory and then get onto Drayton Street and then come up Drayton.
Okay, so as you're coming up Drayton Street, right around East Hall, you hear an odd sound coming from a rather luxurious building to your right.
Okay.
It sounds like a child playing in the yard.
Okay. Are we talking about that big, the mansion on Forsyth Park?
Yeah, it's Drayton Street and East Hall Street, right there at Forsyth Park.
Yeah. But you said the big building, so...
Yeah, the big one there in the corner.
Okay.
If you look at it from the sky, it looks kind of pinkish around the outside edges.
Yeah. Okay. 700 Drayton.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I heard it from inside the building.
Inside the backyard area.
And it sounded like a child. Unfortunately, I can't leave that. So luckily there is some parking over at Forsyth Park.
Why am I not able to send this to you? No, I'll just type it out. Just to see if you do realize what I'm referring to.
Oh, it's the prince's house. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, and I hear something like a child. I am still going to stop, and as I said, across the street there is the Forsyth Band Park Shell, and there is some parking there. I'm going to see if I can park there, and then go invisible and see what I can find out. And yet again, I got some hunger tonight. So
just a little bit. Give me a moment. I need to verify something. Darn it. I messed up. Let's go take another look at what I'm trying to find here. Oh, there's some changes to a few things, ain't there? I forgot that. Well, Roll20 has some changes.
yeah, they do have some new things.
Okay. All right. So you are wanting to investigate?
Yeah, because if there's something going on, I probably should know about it. And if it involves a child, I definitely need to know about it. So,
All right. So yeah, you. I'm gonna show this just to you.
okay.
So off to the side, you'll notice a new name pop up in your journal. As
Okay.
soon as I can find your name. Where is your blasted name? There you are.
Okay, I got it.
Yep, and you see another individual in there. Looks like this. You see him?
And does she look familiar at all?
No, she does not look familiar to you at all. But you do see a familiar resemblance between the two. One's obviously the mother, the other one's the child.
Yeah. The other thing, do I sense them to be kindred or
Nope, there's heartbeats.
they have heartbeats? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you notice you do notice another woman out there with her. They
mm-hmm.
got the lights on, and you notice the woman you recognize as Taryn. Taryn Osborne.
Yes. Okay. The Tremere.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, since I had heard the girl cry out.
No, you hear laughing and playing kind of thing. Just.
Oh. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to my car and get the heck out of here.
Right. All right. So it doesn't take very long. You make your way to 51.
Okay.
You've already seen the Humvee on one of your whatever routes, but yeah, you make your way back to 51. Igor and JT are upstairs. You guys walk in, as per usual. The boss man's got his back to you, as if I say this as if he has no concern who's walking in that back door. He is flush as per usual, and he's watching the front of the bar. Well, I see we are still with the above ground, or not been burned yet. How goes the evening?
Well, we do have some pictures of the folks we saw last night that were walking around, possibly causing trouble.
Okay, gotcha, Judd.
We also saw their vehicle again, it would so appear.
Yes, it seems that after the little incident at the Bowery, they have upped their patrol routes.
Sorry, boss. Do you have like a bathroom or something up here, or a trash can?
Well, based on what the establishment is, yes, there is a privy right over there.
Okay.
Is everything all right?
I start to regurgitate our Burger King, and I run out the door real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we went and got food, and apparently he actually ate his. We're not sure, though, if the Hummer we saw, because we saw a Hummer of some sort with a large caliber machine gun on top, military in type. We weren't sure if that was related to the... And I'll put my phone down and show the picture of the priestly men we saw.
So these are the men you
sure.
saw around the corner from this Humvee.
Yeah, I'd tell the roughly roundabouts where we saw it. And that Hummer was being watched by a couple snipers, and there was someone inside of it, obviously.
Well, these gentlemen here in this picture are what we call hunters. Faith hunters, to be more precise. You can tell by the tattoos that they are showing that It's supposed to protect them from our kind. I think it's a belief, you have faith in something and it'll protect you. But it is very good that you did not, I guess, mess with this vehicle in any shape, fashion, or form. Sounds like at least an 8-man fire team, but you seem to be missing one.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You found 4 on the street, 2 in the building, and at least 1 inside the vehicle. That leaves 1 more man from the team.
Could that one more man be the woman that's been going around chopping people's heads off?
I highly doubt that.
Sorry, boss. One more man for what?
Well, you said you found 4, and then 2 snipers and 1 inside the vehicle. These are faith hunters. Sounds like a 8-man team, 4-man fire team, and then either Overwatch or backup. So after your little incident at the Bowery, apparently they've upped their patrol routes and decided to take a more active search to find Kindred in the city. No, the redhead I don't believe is involved with them because she's removing heads. These guys would rather take the bodies with them because apparently for some strange reason the Inquisitors like to experiment on body parts and collect them.
Oh.
I guess it's their way of trying to find more devious ways to kill our kind.
What did we ever do to them?
We were made. As far as they're concerned, we're abominations. Demons, devil spawn, whatever nonsense, you may have heard in church as you grew up.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't very much of a church person.
Ah, Judd, welcome. How's your evening going?
Oh, pretty good. Saw something weird, but
Do tell. What do you mean by weird?
well, there are just 2 kind over at the prince's place, a mother and a child. They were talking to the Tremere Primogen.
Mother and a child.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I don't know why they would be having them there unless they're trying to mask something.
What do these people look like?
Give you the description.
All right.
Yeah. Their names
Hold
were...
on.
Oh.
You give the description, so I'm going to share this with both of you.
Yeah. And then I will say their names were Janessa and Samantha.
Excuse me, what?
Janessa and Samantha?
Was
I mean...
the mother about yay tall, hair like this?
Reddish, slightly blondish red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the girl kind of curly hair.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, she may have looked like you a little bit.
Yes, that's my kid and my ex-wife. Where was
Oh,
it?
well, she was having a really nice time at the prince's house.
Where's the princess house at?
Don't think I need to tell you all that right now.
Boss, I'm about to go do something stupid.
Well, I kind of understand, but you... Are you certain, Jen, that these individuals are at the prince's house?
Well, I mean, I didn't sit there and take photos of them, but yeah, I mean, they were outside in the backyard, and they were with Taryn Osborne, the Tremere Primogen. I didn't know you had kids.
Yeah, I will smack Igor, hey, I'm gonna need to borrow your car.
Here, why don't you take my Jeep?
You
I was
do
gonna say
realize
no.
you have. I understand, and he seems a
That's
bit
my
of a loss.
kid.
I understand that, but what are you going to tell her when you show up alive? And how on earth would they have known who your family was to begin with?
The hell if I know? I haven't gone and checked on them since after like maybe the first night or two, and then when he told me I need to stay away from them, I stayed away.
And you've let no one know who you were prior?
No.
You're certain of that?
I've had like 20 names so far. I don't remember who I was.
I don't remember who I was. Is that what you just said?
Look. DQ.
DQ.
Yeah, DQ.
What about Dairy Queen?
Anyway, probably not the best idea to go over there. There's going to be a lot of heavy hitters over there, and I mean, do you really want your child to see you massacred in front of her?
If I have to give up my life for her, I will. It's my kid.
They're not in jeopardy, I don't think.
Look like they're having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, they were not being treated as prisoners.
You know how I, manipulate Igor all the time?
Yeah, I know
He's
how.
so damn charming.
Yes,
Yes.
and Tremere can do it even worse than the Toreador. Trust me.
So
But-
how do you know they're not?
Okay, there's
They're
one
different.
thing. There's one thing about what the Tremere can do. It kind of leaves you more like a zombie.
And
So,
then,
There's
when you
a
saw
chance that
them,
they're gonna-
the mother was like sitting back talking to Taryn. You know, both had a glass of wine in their hands, and the little girl was just running around playing with what looked like a puppy in the backyard.
So, I mean, I explained that. I mean, they weren't looking like they were enthralled. I mean, I've seen the girls that have followed you home.
Okay, but no. No.
Igor,
What I'm going to suggest
Where's he
is
live?
that we try to find out what's really happening before you run in half-cocked.
Well, I'm only going to be quarter cocked because full cocked was once you told me the bill and I was going to blow the fucking thing up. All these gas leaks we have around here, but now that she's there, I'm going to get them out, then blow it up.
Yes, but let's find out maybe why they're there. How they found them.
To lure me out.
Yes, but how did they know?
Look, if I know.
Well, maybe we need to find out.
I don't care how they know. I just know they got my kid.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have an idea of what's going on. And it's exactly what's happening right here.
What?
Why would they go back to a dangerous place where everybody knows where the prince is at and then, possibly might come and attack him? Well, currently we have, like it said, the Tremere Primogen and then your family. Well, what happens is, you were driving by or you were walking by? What were you doing when you...
I was traveling by.
Yeah, so obviously they were being loud enough to draw some attention, which is not normal. And what's happening here is they're planning on using them to draw you out, TJ. And okay, I'll have to remember that, JT. They're going to use your family to draw you out, and then they're going to use them as human shields as they kill you. Because if you try and attack them, you're going to have to go through your daughter, your ex-wife first.
Well, I'm not about to have them turn into whatever the hell this is. If I have to show up with the SI...
If you don't show up, everything's fine.
Church
If you show
cultists.
up, they're going to die if you show up with the SI or the faith, whatever they are, faith hunters. They're going to kill your family because they're involved. It's best just to, let it lay and see what happens.
So I have one question for you. JT's what you're going by now?
Yes.
How would you feel for eternity if you fed on your child?
I would not do that.
Are you certain you could restrain yourself from doing such a thing?
Are you talking about ghoulifying them? Or whatever it is?
No, draining them dry.
Killing them or turning them in?
No, killing them, of course.
I'd rather go watch a sunset.
You mean sunrise, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Sunrise.
And are you certain you'd be able to refrain yourself if you're compelled to do so?
See, that's what the Tremere do.
They'll make you kill your family and then kill you.
I understand your human desire to save your family. But if you run in there, what's the word I'm looking for? Half-cocked, is it? Then you run the risk of a situation along those lines. Being forced to feed on your ex-wife, I'm sure she's an ex for a reason, but your child. And then, they will slaughter you or stake you or whatever means, may even bury you alive. I've seen it before. They torture you for centuries. They'll lock you in a tomb where the only thing above or that can be moved is your head and neck. So, think you could live in eternity knowing that you've drained your child?
Then I'll just blow the whole damn thing up and take us all out at once. They'll go out on my terms.
So what you're telling me is instead of coming up with a mission parameter, you would just rather go kamikaze style.
If I can't
So
get to them...
before we continue, if we dwell more on that thought process, I want you to remember something. A few days ago, you came to me extremely banged up. Did you and Igor, did you not take an explosive round? Grenade, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Several grenades.
So it was an explosion, correct?
Yeah.
You survived, right?
Well, because I wasn't hit directly with it.
So, if you're blowing the place up doesn't succeed the way you want it to, then only 2 people will die. And those would be the humans that are in the compound, correct? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
They got my kid.
Correct, and if you go in
Either
there...
come up with a better plan...
Well, that's for you gentlemen to sit and discuss. I'm just trying to make sure calmer heads prevail. If you run in there and blow the place up, the only ones guaranteed to perish are the humans. So, we fall into the same guideline. Either way, you've killed your child. Would you live with that?
And the thought I had was the dog she's playing with in the back might not be a dog. Exactly. From some of the stuff I've heard. Well, your little girl. She was playing with the dog in the back or somewhere, wasn't she? She was
What
running
kind of
around with the
dog?
dog.
We didn't
The
catch
kind
that.
with fangs that might be, related to scab.
Man.
In other words, it's a vampire.
You know how
Oh.
some turn into bats, supposedly? I was thinking maybe. Because why would you, let a little girl that you're trying to keep captive run around and, freely, willy nilly with a dog?
At night.
Could it be a dog? Yes. Do I believe it's a dog? No.
Well, I will leave it to you. Decide exactly the best method or route you wish to go from here. But remember, there are several things in play right now that are dangerous to you as well as the masquerade. So
Well,
let's.
if I gotta blow up the whole damn masquerade to make sure my kid's safe, I don't give a damn.
Hey, can you give me about an hour and a half's head start? Because I'm not
Sorry
gonna
about
be here
this,
when
my
you do
kid.
that.
I understand you're still young, and your humanity is still somewhat intact. I do understand. I, on the other hand, don't have those particular ties any longer. But does not mean I do not have the memory of them. I mean, not so long ago, I hired someone to keep an eye on mortals that I had fondness of.
Yeah, look how that turned out.
Why, yes, you're still here. You're with me. You're still standing. You weren't
Yeah.
blown up or drained completely dry. If he was not there to watch after you, you would probably be in pieces somewhere in a SI lab.
That's probably true. Did you know this was a bloodsucker club, or?
Me?
Yeah, Elon.
I had my suspicions, but I did not have concrete evidence, hence why I hired Judd. And I couldn't very well walk up to you and say, "You're not allowed to go party and make money." Now could I? Especially since you did not know who I was.
Well, you could have done like the whole Jedi mind trick thing.
I don't do that.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, I don't think he's not like you. He's not like what Judd says. The Tremere folk.
Plus, even if I had the ability to do that, I long ago refused to use it. No, the only thing he's got that would be anything near that is his presence. When you're around him, he admits awe. I mean, he kind of, he walks in a room, he draws all the attention. But yeah, I do not like the thought of mind control or any of those particular abilities, because then you run into the risks of issues that you had with, what was her name? Anastasia, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Miss Dawson, the stripper? Yeah.
I don't believe she was a stripper prior to being turned, if I'm not mistaken. She was a prominent student, according to what I heard.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she had to pay for med school somehow.
She had a scholarship.
And I think that what happened was she became what she became and couldn't go to school anymore.
But
Anyway.
wasn't she like a thin blood or something? Why couldn't she still do?
They don't normally have night schools for things that she was going for.
Oh. I didn't think thin bloods had to worry about that.
No.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all this shit out. I got some asshole with my kid that telling me not to go rescue my kid.
And you're certain you have no idea how they would have found out your family?
Unless I grabbed my shit from the club and saw a picture of my kid in my wallet.
Well, how would they have known? Would they have known you were at the club to determine that information?
They knew who we were.
I never told Elijah about y'all, except that there were 2 people.
Do you want me to remind the players?
Yeah.
Please.
You told the prince that you were DJing at the club that night.
Oh, that's true.
You did.
Oh, because I was compelled to.
And then, of course, as you say, they found your gear and found that information. So yeah. Apparently, you've made some interesting enemies there, JT. To make sure I call you by the right name this time. And the other issue is, you're the only one that has a trail that they can track at the time. Now, mind you, that trail's gone cold since the attack on your home, so they went the next route. Instead of tracking you, they went and got themselves some bait. And from the way you were playing a minute ago, it sounds like it was starting to work.
It's like, oh, you want to go get yourself killed? Have fun, bye.
Yeah. But on the flip side...
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Well, when you were bringing them together, I was watching Twitch and I saw the names. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm glad I could bring out some emotion in you there, Marcus.
Yeah. But why, if they, because they were following me out of town while I was clearing out my bank accounts, why would they think taking them would bring me back?
Well, I mean, did by chance they lose your trail at that point in time?
Yeah. They lost my trail seeing I was heading north.
So either of you, have you ever hunted? What kind? Well, I hate to ask this, being that you might not be able to tell me. Well, it really doesn't matter. Now you're dead in NDRs and all that other fun stuff doesn't matter. When you served, did you serve in a unit that ever did any extractions or eliminations?
Yeah.
And through those processes, did you have, information on your quarry?
Right.
And if you missed your quarry at one point, would you not refer back to your information and try to reestablish contact or reestablish the trail?
Yes. But we didn't have info that, hey, this guy's bugged out of the country. We knew he was somewhere in the country and the people had some way of contact. To them, I'm dead.
To them, but not to the prince.
True. But how would she be able to contact me? How would she be able to let me know?
She might not be able to let you know. But it sounds to me like he's openly allowing her to be seen in his compound. Which means anybody who walks by could pass on rumors or gossip about the fact that there's a child at the house now, when there was never a child there before. And it just so happens that Judd drove by at a time to hear it himself. I mean, it could have been anything. He could have heard it through the grapevine. I mean, you do have contacts, do you not, Judd?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he could have found out that way. Or, mind you, don't you have secret communications? Because you've told me about this tomb of yours to leave messages at, correct?
Yeah.
Could your sire ever leave a message there?
He could.
You could have left the message there and passed that information through Judd that way. Either way, he could have had a way of getting that information to you, whether she knows you're alive or not.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, Elijah didn't leave me any messages about this.
Yeah. He's already told us that he drove by. So all I'm just waiting for him is to tell me the address.
Let me just say this. If I give you the address, how about if I gave it to you tomorrow? Give you some time to think on what you want to do with it.
Alright.
Because right now you're hot-headed. And you were in the military, right?
And
So
you're also realizing the sound of the music outside currently is not drawing your attention.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is it best to go in when your emotions are hot? Or is it better to go in with a clear head?
It is better to go in with a clear head.
Okay, so 24-hour rule. I'll tell you the address tomorrow night.
Let me go puke up these fries. And I'll be right back.
You have more in you still?
Do what you need to do, DQ.
Copy you. Actually, if you guys want, it is close enough to 9 o'clock. If you want to take a quick 10, we can do that.
Okay, perfect.
And it gives Marcus some time to stew over the information that has been brought to his attention.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We'll be right back with some more Kindred of Savannah.
But you could do that tonight.
We're back, by the way. So we left off with, well, JT removing the fries that he decided to eat instead of pretend to eat earlier in the night. So dealing with the fact that his possibly ex-wife and possibly daughter are at the prince's house with Taryn Osborne,
Yes.
which may have flared up a tad bit of the beast inside of JT.
Yes.
We do need to go over the fact of how exactly extravagant or in depth your new identities are.
Oh.
I mean, you're just changing your name, or
Yeah,
have
right
you?
now my name's just changed. I haven't got any actual identification. Yeah.
Okay, you're just going by a different name.
Mm-hmm. Did Jake give me his keys to his Jeep?
Nobody gave you any keys.
No, I did. I said, if you really want to go somewhere, go on and feel free to take this. It's like I can always steal another car. Okay.
But the suggestion was made.
That you calm down. 24-hour rule. I'm not telling you where they are until tomorrow night.
Okay. Well.
So you do realize what he's about to do, right? I know what he's about to do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just asking for that hour and a half heads up so I can get the fuck out of here.
All right. So mind you, did you tell him where you parked? Did you tell him where you parked?
No.
Okay.
I mean, this is an old Jeep. It's not like it has a lot of amenities on it.
So you have his keys. What are y'all doing now?
I pressed the key fob. You bend the key chain thing because it has no fob.
While JT is contemplating what he needs to do next, so boss, have you heard any more about who might be beheading? I mean, I know you have a picture now, but if you'd heard anything more.
Yes, I believe I have. They call her the Archon.
The Archon?
Archon? How do you pronounce it? A-R-C-H... How did I put that? A-R-C-H-O-N.
Archon.
Archon, there you go. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But you do notice after you give him your keys, he walks out.
Okay.
And it's just the two of you there.
That's right.
Yeah, she's called the Archon.
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 So, did you want to have a vacation now?
I'm thinking maybe, somewhere away from here would be real great.
I'm looking down at the imaginary watch on my hand and going,
what place sounds great right now?
I'm going to take it from the way you're speaking, Judd. Do you realize who that is?
Yeah, it's an agent of Adjuster Car.
Oh, that's not good at all.
No.
Really?
Yes, it's not a good thing. And that explains why I recognize the method of elimination.
Mhm.
Sorry, my son brought me down more food to eat since all I had was a few nuggets for dinner. Or strips for dinner. So, what, pray tell, are your plans now?
Well, let's see. DQ is about to go kill himself.
Avoid the just car or the just car's agent. But I'm pretty sure that if he's about to go do something over there, that's where they're gonna go.
Probably.
And that's in the direction of my home, which is not great.
Well, I've been thinking, this concept of having an RV and just kind of moving around the city or just moving wherever you want to go has an appeal to it.
That's kind of the thought I had, but I wanted to not be stuck to the land.
Yeah.
So, you're saying you've made enough of a issue here in the streets of Savannah that I may have to return to Atlanta. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and throw JT under the bus on that one. He does all the talking.
So,
yeah. Okay. Thanks for the save, by the way. If you need another agent up in Atlanta, I'll be more than happy to help you more. You're much better than the prince down here.
well, I mean, I try to be. I left the Camarilla a long time ago due to the inner workings of their politics.
Yeah. And I can understand that.
Well, what are your plans then?
Should we check on him? Should we just, watch the fireworks?
And
Well, let's face it, I'm not going over to, blow up the prince's house. I'm hoping he's just going somewhere to calm down because I didn't tell him where the car was.
all right. So as you guys are discussing this, and he walks out, JT, as you walk outside, what do you do?
I head over to Igor's car, grab my gear, throw it in my bag, and go look for a Jeep.
Just a Jeep?
Here, I will.
Or you even know what the Jeep looks like?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah, stay with him.
All right, so give me a.
Here, I'll tell you where it is exactly.
Yeah, just send me a whisper.
Yeah.
Give me a. What am I looking for? Investigation intelligence? And then you can tell me what direction you start.
Knowing his previous habits of parking,
Wait a minute.
I'll
Let
head and
Let him send it to me first, and then you give me the answer.
Yeah. Hold on.
by the way, I can't roll any better than that.
I mean, you could have gotten 4 total. But that would have been... Well, I don't know if you even would have, because that would have been a beast or a messy critical.
Then he would have failed. All right, what direction do you start out?
Let's see. Let me pull up the map. Okay, hold up. Alright. Where are we? We're up here. I would say. Well, from the parking. Well, where did we end up parking, Kurt? Because that's where I'd be walking from.
Oh. So 51 degrees is there. The nearest parking lot's.
Right next to it.
Yeah, if there was room there, or we'd be a little bit northeast, just north of Johnson Square. There's a parking lot up there about a block away.
You got there early enough that you parked there at 51.
Yeah, so right outside.
Okay. Alright, I will go to the northeast to that parking lot and kind of do a counterclockwise sweep of known parking areas.
All right.
There's a lot more around there than I expected there to be.
So you let me see where we at. Here we are. And we are located right here, right? No, that ain't right. Located right here.
I got flashlight going on, and
So you start this direction and then work your way around.
yeah, knowing that he tends to park a block or two away from his actual destination.
All right. So and you're checking every parking structure you can find in that area.
Yes.
All right. Noted. So you will be doing that for the next couple hours.
Okay.
So after you guys get done having your conversation with Christoph, what are you doing?
Well, what do you think would be a good idea? I mean, hey, I know some people. We might be able to find you an RV.
That's true. I mean, you know. Truth is, I would hate to see Savannah go up in flames.
Wouldn't be great.
No.
Oh, I need a wits and awareness too from you, JT.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to, you know, wouldn't want Savannah to blow up. I mean, if an Archon's here, they're culling the herd, or excuse me, culling the kindred.
You're starting to see red, JT. So
Okay.
increase your hunger by 1.
Alright.
And you can feel your canines are definitely exposed.
And
You're
close them out and just.
kind of salivating a little bit, and like I said, you're seeing red pretty much in your eyes.
Well, you know, boss, I suspected you were going to be here for a while longer here in Savannah, so running away is probably not the best idea right now.
Well,
So
my position here has not been compromised as of yet.
yeah.
Yes, I've had words with the prince, but I didn't give him a name, and I did not show my face.
Yes. Much better. And you know, I kind of have a feeling Marcus might have ticked them off more than Marcus. Sorry, JT, DQ.
What would the driver have done?
Yeah, I know.
Poor guy.
Your driver just got blamed for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, DQ just seems to have a way of rubbing people the wrong way. So, I could see the prince really wanting to go after him. I'm low hanging fruit. And I think Elijah would be more on the line of wanting to whack me than anyone else. The truth is, getting out of town might be our best option for right now, at least for a little bit of time. Because, there's nothing we can do against an Archon.
Bad idea. We sneak in all sneaky like. Kidnap Samantha and Janessa. Turn them into ghouls. What could go wrong?
At least 50 things I can think of right off the top of my head.
First off, breaking the masquerade twice.
Yeah, well...
At least twice right there, just by doing that.
Exactly. So as I said, I see some flaws.
You tried willpower, I take it, Marcus?
Yeah, not still Phil.
Yep. You're still seeing red and your mind's set on one thing. Where the fuck is that Jeep at?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the best course of action really is to just ignore the bait and eventually, with you, they know you're alive.
Yeah.
Because like you just stated not too long ago, you put a message into your little hidey hole wherever that is.
Yeah.
So they know you're alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have known that me and Angel survived the night or the day.
Well,
necessarily.
Considering we never got staked out in the sun, I think they kind of have an idea that all three of us probably escaped. Truthfully, when it comes down to it, you stayed in the background with great deal. So I'm not sure if they're gunning for you. The prince will hold a grudge, but I'm not sure if he is going to actively try to find you.
I'm not gonna actively try and go, bug him.
No.
We did the things. I'm where I am now, and it's like, okay, well, we'll talk to you. We'll deal with this. You betrayed me. Okay, I tried to break your window. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna disappear now for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And then we have somebody who's gonna, go Rambo and try and burn down the city.
Right.
So how long do the two of you stand there conversing with each other?
Actually, let's go so the boss doesn't have to hear us talk. And let's just go out.
Yeah, he probably cleared his throat 2 or 3 times during this conversation.
Yeah. So, we'll go
gotcha,
out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll go out and have this discussion.
Actually,
I have to ask a question of Marcus before we continue.
Yes.
gotcha.
How did you get your gear?
I busted his window.
Unless you locked the door, it would have been there because it's right next to 51. There's gonna be cameras right there.
You wouldn't have locked it?
I most likely wouldn't have locked it because it's right there with cameras everywhere.
Oh, okay. Then I just...
Yeah.
And you don't really care if it gets stolen either.
Not really. It's the most generic thing, but since it's where it's at, it'd be hard to really steal, if that makes sense. It's like, what's that guy doing fiddling around in there trying to, hotwire an ignition?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just thought about that, whether or not he had locked it. So you say you would have busted a window to get your stuff. Instead of going back inside, hey, man, come all your keys so I can get my shit out.
Take the key for the door off. There you go. You can have the key, not the ignition.
Hold on. Beep, beep.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys step outside. having this conversation. You know your car's still sitting there, but you notice that JT's stuff is no longer in the back seat.
Oh, that's good. It's kind of crazy when somebody just shows up with a 40mm grenade launcher.
Yeah, duffel bag full of firepower.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest to have in a car, in case it's like, oh, what's in that bag?
I probably should have had you roll to see if it was still sitting in the car.
Yes, they stole all your shit.
Yeah, but we didn't establish whether or not the doors were locked prior to you getting it and all that fun stuff. So that's on me. So, where are you two going? Mind you, while you guys are doing this, JT is still looking for the Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking. I say drive around.
Yeah, let's drive around. I mean, well, Sales, if you don't mind me sleeping over tonight, I'll just, crash with you.
No, that's fine.
All right, so what direction do you guys head when you leave 51?
You're driving.
We are going to head north towards, or not north, we're going to head northeast up West Congress.
Okay.
Or I say up, you know what I mean?
All right.
It's kind of going up.
So you're pretty
And
much
then
going
eventually-
the direction
yeah.
he started and then going around or something? I mean, something you're looking for
Yeah,
specifically?
It's going to be a big counterclockwise, and then eventually, once we get down towards the interstate area, it's just going to, be lefts, rights, rounds and abouts. Nowhere in specific, just...
All right. Well, why don't you give me wits and awareness? Both of you.
Yeah. Me growing up in the country, if you know what booze cruising is, that's what's happening, except without the booze. You're just going wherever. Left or right here, that's perfect.
You got no hunger on you right now, Judd?
No, I had before I came in, remember I told
Okay.
you I did a Capri Sun.
So yeah, the two of you. All right. So I mean, granted, he's had a little bit of a head start, but he is on foot. And after you make a turn or two, you notice him, and you notice he's focused. He's walking focused. He's got his rucksack thrown over. Not rucksack. You got a duffel bag thrown over his shoulder, and he's just walking determinedly. What the two of you notice is the guy covered in tattoos. It's about 20 feet behind him, following him.
I don't know if this is a good thing or if this is a bad thing. 10 points
Do we want to park somewhere and watch?
10 points on, JT. Just a quick little tag and then we run off.
Okay.
You're going to hit him with the car?
I was joking, but if he said okay, it's like, are we doing this now?
Actually, here, look. I was just going to watch them. I was just going to say, let's watch them.
He might die if we do that. Let's sell him some drugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're walking and you got that focus going, you got that red across your eyes, you got that hunger kicking in. You're trying to make sure you keep your fangs covered up because for some reason they popped out on you as you got about halfway down the block looking for this Jeep. Car pulls up next to you.
What?
You want some of the drugs? You're in the passenger seat.
No. Hey, want some drugs?
Sure, what do you got? What the hell are you all talking about? Where's your Jeep anyways?
You're being followed.
Hop in and we'll sort it out.
We'll
what you're
take you
looking for.
somewhere. Yeah.
Need a new fucking car now. Exactly what happens. He needs a new car now.
What are you doing?
Get in the car.
Was this a two-door?
It's 4-door, I assume. It's
Sedan.
generic.
I don't know.
Like,
Did we establish that?
Honda Accord, whatever. Honda Civic, 4-door sedan.
We did say it was a 4-door sedan. So yeah, you hop in the back seat. Give me a second. because I have to do something because you did that. That's not
I
the right
am
one.
human right now.
Yeah, I have Blush of Life going too.
Oh yeah.
I still have it going.
I don't know what would happen if I bit a person with true faith. I just don't think it'd end well.
There we go.
Right.
There it is. All right. So you hop in. Let's see. What the hell? Oh, okay.
So yeah, once you hop in, I will attempt to put on the spiel from all the drug dealers I've talked to and fed off of this, that, the other, what you're interested in, what I got here, what you've got there. And
You driving off with him, or are you sitting there talking to him?
once he hops in, I'll start that spiel, but start slowly picking up and
Okay.
not taking off, but just driving.
Right. Right. You're just driving. You do hear what sounds like a nut hitting your car. You know, like a nut falling out of a tree, hitting the hood or the trunk as you drive away.
Okay. Do you think he just threw a bug on us?
I mean, it's, summertime in Savannah, of course we hit a bug. They're all over, especially out here in this district. You see all the lights. I mean, hell, there's
Well,
bugs
that's
everywhere.
true.
So-
You gotta quit hitting those bugs.
So 3 of you in a vehicle.
So yeah,
So-
I mean,
Maybe we should
We
go
got-
park somewhere and take a walk.
I everything I've got is in the back. Let's find somewhere and I'll show you, and you can decide if you want it or not. And pull out my phone and just like address, and then set it in Jude's lap. For like, give me an address to go to. But yeah, until then, it's just going to be the same lefts, right here, going roundabouts until I get an address to take him to, if there's a specific one he wants us to go to.
Where
Alright.
did it sound like it hit?
You don't know.
I mean, it's a bug. Bug hit somewhere on the vehicle. A nut dropped onto.
All you heard was a. Actually, be more like. If you guys even heard those noises.
Something more substantial than just a.
Yeah, it was just, it sounded like something hidden, like I said, either the trunk or the hood.
Yep.
If you've ever had a rock fly up and hit the hood of your car as you're driving down the interstate, or, hail falling on it. Here, we got like hazelnuts and stuff that fall and they make those noises.
Yep. Yeah.
Robert knows what I'm talking about.
Like.
I'll roll down the window and kind of look on top of the hood, or the roof of the car, and look back at the truck.
Do please be as suspicious as possible.
Well, I assume this is a few minutes down the road.
Your phone rings.
Whose?
Yours. Shit. So many different names. Igor.
Yes.
Dominique. Your phone rings.
Look at it.
It's I don't know what you got Strix's name in as. So.
Oh, probably just Strix. Probably simple.
Yeah, that's who's calling you.
I'd answer it. Hey, I don't know if I can exactly talk right now. It's awful buggy out here where I'm at.
Where are you at?
Oh, just going by street name.
Well, then I've got some bad news for you.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
That radio you sold me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to it. Apparently, you're being tailed.
Thought so. No, I mean, got this guy we just picked up. We were gonna sell him some goods.
Do me a favor. Make a turn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start driving erratically. And yeah, it's gonna be immediate, like no signal, just off we go to the races.
Yeah, what direction you turn? What road?
It's gonna be let's say we're gonna go right first. Probably at this point we're up in Carver Heights, north of the 25.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna be going left in Carver Heights somewhere.
All right. So, tell me if this is you, but did you just make a left turn into Carver Heights?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they're following you, and they're calling
Alright.
in. They're calling in your location to other people. So, I don't know what you did or how you garnered their attention this evening, but you are being followed by the SI.
We passed a priest earlier.
Priest?
Yeah.
What do you mean,
You know.
priest?
Oh, you know those clergy folk that have been kind of running around spreading the good word.
Oh, you're talking in code. My bad.
He thinks he's bugged. They're obviously, there's something on the car and we're about to party because this car is going to find a river at a high rate of speed.
Well, code. That's right. I've not done that in years. Since I was with Maruhara. So, yeah. There are some other unwanted guests on the way to the party. According to what I'm hearing on the chatter, they have eyes in the sky. Whatever that's supposed to mean for you, I am not good with this. I wasn't good with it years and years and years ago. I'm definitely not good with it now.
Oh, they've got some whirly-birds.
Yes, whatever. Just be careful. Fine, I don't know. Good luck. She hangs the phone up.
How many bears in the air? Just one, two?
No number was given. I just know I'm hearing at least 3 different broadcasts or different. Yeah. Wow.
Right.
Why does he got to use code? So
random code to
wait a minute.
Convoy.
I did watch Convoy. There are 3 Smokies, as far as I can tell, that are currently following you down, trucker. Just keep on riding and what the fuck ever. Click.
All right. Great. There's we got some parasites on us. I think
we had to do a good deed.
Yeah. I was thinking, just tag you with the vehicle and call it a day, but picked you up anyway.
Well, I'm gonna save yellow skin once you drop me off in front of the prince.
Because they're following me, and I have no idea where the prince is.
Jesus.
But there is they've got some bird eye view going. So, where is the easiest place to ditch and GTFO like nobody's business?
How far are they behind us?
So basically, from what I got, I turned. They knew I turned, so they know exactly where we are.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So there's not somebody behind us.
I don't know. Did you look?
I'm looking.
Okay, so give me. Well, you want to use wits and awareness because you've got a pretty good dice on that now, right?
Well, yeah. I made a mistake though. There was something that was actually giving me an extra dice, and I had to go back and figure out what it was. I had made a mistake, but yes, it's still a good roll. Truthfully, investigation intelligence is just as good.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
I mean, we were talking about selling you some things back there. Do you still want one of them 40s, or do you got one of them available right now?
Spending willpower.
Copy.
Do, but it's not much of a. It's not really a hard hitter.
About 4 cars back, You can see about 4 or 5 cars back. You can see the front end of the Hummer.
Okay. Okay. What
I will say you are able to look up as well, and you can make out the shape of something flying in the air.
Okay. Then what I was going to say is, let's go back downtown and let's see if changes dynamics if we drop JT off.
All right, yeah, we'll head back downtown, and I'm gonna try and
go down to Forsyth.
So before you say anything, I'm just going to, map icon on the phone. Just show me. Don't say it.
Okay. And I do.
But yeah, you can explain it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say let's drop him off at Whitaker and Hall, which is the west side of Forsyth Park.
Okay.
Can I have my keys back?
Yeah. Here you go. Where the fuck you parked it?
So
it was just in the parking lot. Parking deck. Couple blocks down.
Just a couple blocks the opposite direction where you went.
Yeah.
Great. So I want to try and lose them with Dex and Drive. Will
all right.
my celerity with my rapid reflexes help this at all?
I will allow it.
Okay. I'm gonna push 3 of those. So that's 8 successes.
All right. Well, you're able to lose the vehicle. Let's see. You had 8 successes.
Yes, because I pushed a willpower and I got 3 more.
I don't see a pilot skill anywhere on here that I can use.
It's Drive.
It would be under Drive as well.
It would be?
Yeah. Drive is everything, basically. In
right.
the older editions, like 1 dot was you could drive a car, 2 dots was a motorcycle, 3 dots was an airplane, and so on. But it's changed since then.
All right. So I'm going to say when you pull up to Hall and Whitaker, you think you've lost they've lost sight of you.
I am going invisible again, and I'm jumping out of the car at the same time, and I am looking quickly for a bug, because if he threw it, it has to have hit somewhere toward the back.
All right. Give me the investigation and whatever.
Okay.
And as
I
JT?
will jump out as well.
All right.
And do we go through an underpass?
No underpass.
Okay.
Just trees or whatever may have blocked the view enough for you to get.
Something. What has happened? Let me just do this one all again, because I must have hit something when I did this.
Did you hit like extra dice or something?
I may have.
Very, very early on, we would have gone under an underpass, but that would have been right as when, it's like, hey, I took a turn here, Strix is saying they found me, that we're being trashed, because at that point, we were up in the Carver Heights and between I-16 and I-25.
And you can hear the sound of the helicopter getting closer.
Okay, so that's 3.
All right. 3 successes. I can't do any kind of hiding or whatever with the way it was shot. So you search the vehicle and you do indeed find what looks like a hole in the right rear panel of the vehicle. Big enough to stick your pinky in.
Okay, I'm going to try to open it a little bit more and see if I can find the bug.
All right. You take your fingers and you use your strength or whatever to tear the hole bigger. Being a vampire, it makes it somewhat easier for you. Granted, it's plastic, so it starts to not tear but break.
Yeah.
And you find what looks like about a bullet size with a little red dot on the back, like blinking light on the back of it.
Okay.
It's
I'm going
lodged
to take
into
that.
the inner wall of the vehicle.
I'm going to see if I can grab it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easy enough.
Okay. And then I am going to start. I'm going to say one thing to JT, and then I'm going to start running in a different direction. I'm looking for a car that's about to start going, and
Right.
I'm going to put it on that.
Well, give me a wits and aware.
Okay. And. Da, 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 Again, I will spend willpower. Oh, okay. So no, I don't find any.
I mean, there's vehicles everywhere, but none of them look like they're about to be cranked up or moving.
Okay. Then I may have to take that into my own hands. But before I left, I was going to say, JT, just go across the park.
Okay. I will run across the park.
Okay, you start heading across the park. What's Dom doing?
So he is going to book it out of there, and he is going to go down to.
We're splitting the party.
Of course we are. It's just the person. One of
Not
us
just in half, but 3 ways. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. He's actually going to go down to East Gwinnett, and what is this road? East Broad Street, where there's the train tracks that start curving off. He's going to hit the train tracks until he can get into that big Black Shear area.
Okay, well, give me another drive check, because the bug is not the only thing they're tracking. So, give me a drive check to see if...
Push 3. That's total of 4.
Well, I'm going to use a wits and awareness to see if they notice the vehicle based off your driving.
Yeah, because from where we are, it's going to be trying to get away from Forsyth and into Black Shear, where all those trees are, and hide it in there somewhere.
Use a willpower to reroll 3. Because of reasons. All right. And you had a 4 total?
Yep, I had a 4 total.
I thought the 10s only count as 2 if you get 2 of them.
Correct.
Oh, I see the 8. Never mind. I was duh. Oh shoot, I have a 6, don't I? 6 and a 10. So yeah, you head over the tracks and you're driving as best you can to try to stay somewhat inconspicuous. And all of a sudden you notice in your rearview mirror an SUV make a left-hand turn right behind you.
Alright, well, I'm headed down the tracks, so I'm going to keep going, and once I get into the Black Shear, if they're still right there, I'm going to keep on going across. Well, the golf course is right there. What could go horribly wrong there?
And Judd?
Police chase through the golf course.
Yeah, Judd, as you're looking for a bus, you can give me another attempt.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. As soon as you're like, I gotta find something to put this in. Bus pulls right up in front of you, and the door opens.
And I jump in for just a second to throw it under the seat, and then I'm out of there.
All right, and about that time, you notice a red-looking light in the sky above where the car was, and then, of course, it's moving towards the bus. You'll notice it's attached to a helicopter, and they've got some sort of weird searchlight going. Not a bright white light, but a weird searchlight.
Gotcha.
As you run across the park, JT, is anything else you're doing other than just running straight across the park?
He told me to run across the park. I don't really have stealth. So.
Yeah, you do notice the helicopter as well. Actually, why don't you give me wits and awareness to see, because you didn't notice the guy tailing you earlier. So let's go ahead and see how observant or aware you currently are. Because I'm pretty certain you're focused on one thing only. Oh, you got 200 going. Excellent. Oh yeah, yeah. You notice you notice a not a typical news helicopter, but it looks like an MH-60
Okay.
with a red-looking light on the front of it. Some strange-looking spotlight as
Okay.
you're running across the park.
About how high up is it?
I don't know. It's not flying low. It's flying high enough to where it's not running the risk of hitting any buildings, but low enough that its light will still hit the ground and like it's looking for something. You've seen it before in police chases where the police helicopter flies at a certain height to try to follow a suspect.
Is it hovering or is it moving?
Currently it's hovering because it's made the location where the car was and is gone towards the direction that the bug went, and it's searching around for the car, but well, it's searching around. You don't know if it's searching for the car or if it's searching for people. It's currently highlighting a bus that starts to take off. And now it turns and starts taking off with the bus.
Well, when I see that, would it be like within 383 yards?
I'm going to say it's probably just out. The vehicle itself is just out of range.
Okay.
383 yards, that's rather specific.
I was just asking. Okay, I will like duck and hide between trees and stuff and make my way across.
My tower sounds like it's making some weird noises. If I knew Morse code, I'd swear it was Morse code. It's trying to talk to me. It's letting me know that the SI is on its way here.
Okay.
Alright, sorry. Try that again. Like I said, it was distracting me a little bit. So it's too far out of your range for whatever you was thinking about doing. What are you doing?
I am, running through, hopping between trees and stuff like that, just to have some kind of cover, but yeah.
Alright, and you see you're not stealthing whatsoever.
Well, I can try.
Well, then why don't you? I'm not going to tell you you have to. I mean, it's up to you. It's it's all you.
It's what, stealth and dex, right?
Yep.
Okay, I might be able to do something then. No, didn't think so.
Oh no.
That shade of red over your eyes is really getting to you, and add another hunger. Actually, on top of the hunger, why don't you take a point of, we'll say superficial damage at this point.
Okay.
Because as you're trying to stealth and paying attention to the helicopter and got your mind set on something, you walk off the edge of some sort of walk path. There's a little walk path that goes under, and you hit pretty hard on the ground. So you'll take that superficial, but your hunger definitely goes up. The beast is definitely tugging at that string, wanting to be released. And I will say, with your wits and awareness that you have, you've noticed several of these park goers are paying you entirely too much attention.
Park goers?
Park goers. People throwing the frisbee or sitting at a picnic table, or maybe the homeless guy over there looks like he's supposed to be sleeping on that bench. They all seem to be paying you entirely too much attention.
I would like fucking dog running off again. And just start calling up for Dakota and start running down the rest of the thing.
Doesn't seem to change the fact that you notice the attention.
Okay.
You get closer and closer to the corner of East Hall and Drayton, and just through the trees, you can hear the laughter of a little child as she is running around the yard playing fetch, which with what looks like a German Shepherd.
Huh.
Uh,
Okay.
And not too far away, on a little bit of a balcony, you notice Samantha drinking wine, having a very friendly conversation with, and you know who she is. You flirted with her in the middle of the street. Taryn.
Okay.
Like I said, that's the highest wits awareness you can actually get. You do notice there are some armed guards just inside the door behind Taryn, and you can see a few walking the perimeter of the compound.
Is there any tall buildings off to the left or right?
Negative. It's almost as if they don't want any tall buildings or any way to get in without some sort of notification.
Alright.
Almost like it's a secure compound of some sort. Maybe somebody very important lives in that house.
I will kind of hide in the trees if I can up in the park.
And from your vantage point, you notice Taryn look up
Okay.
and say something to Samantha. And, just jolly as she can be, she's, oh yeah, no problem. Janessa dear, Taryn says they've got dessert inside if you're hungry. And Janessa jumps up and down with glee and Can Drago come with us? Oh yeah, Drago can come with us. He's allowed inside. Oh boy, I want to go. So they head inside.
Okay.
And you can tell from your point of view that neither one of them seem in distress, and you can tell because of the people you've done this to yourself, neither one of them seem to be under any kind of compulsion whatsoever.
Okay. Oh, she's living here.
You trying to recon the situation, or are you plan on jumping straight on in and getting yourself killed? You do not see anyone. But I will let you do another wits and awareness to see if you do. Unless you have an ability to see beyond the invisible.
No, not this character.
Alright.
Not this one.
The next one I've got rolled up, definitely ready for this.
Yeah.
Before you can go ahead and roll it before we go any further with it. Let's jump back to the other two gentlemen. So you realize you're being chased by, or followed by the Humvee. What direction did you say you went?
So I'm currently in Blackshear, in that kind of foresty, wooded area.
Okay.
And I'm going to go down Normandy Street and then take a left at the very end where it turns into water.
Give me a second. I need to find out exactly where you're at.
So
Actually, it sent me someplace else. I looked up Blackshear and it gave me Blackshear. I don't know. Blackshear what?
Alright, so yeah, the Harry S.
Blackshear in Pierce County, Georgia. So, am I still near? No, that's Jacksonville.
Yeah, because it's between the Harry South Truman Parkway and the Savannah Club private golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a road that comes off of the railroad tracks that's Normandy Street, and at the very end of that is a waterway. But there is a dirt road, or I guess a dirt path that goes north and south. And I was going to try and...
Is there any structures on this particular road you're referring to?
No, it is just a road. Well, there's some. It looks like zooming in some trash bins and whatnot, but for the most part, it's in this wooded area underneath the Harry South Truman Parkway.
Okay, so why don't you
But-
give me a drive check, but don't give it to me yet. I need to determine what your difficulty is because something is happening.
Okay. Yeah, coming down through this wooded area, it's at the very end. Is that there's a couple roads that go off it, but
All right. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Why don't you give me a drive check and your difficulty is a 5.
7 with a bestial failure.
All right. Increase your hunger.
Okay, hunger can go up. That's fine.
Let's see. No, don't increase your hunger
Oh, okay.
because you didn't fail.
All right. So yeah, 7.
All right. So with a 7, good enough. As you're driving, you hear a loud pop.
Okay.
And your side view, your left side mirror just blows up. So you start to take evasive action because you realize what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So trees and shit are falling down. You know, small ones are falling down around you, or you see trash cans explode. Apparently that 50 cal folds inside.
Yep.
Looking in your rearview mirror, there is somebody on the top of that SUV with that 50 cal firing at your vehicle.
Yeah, my hope is with the drive check or along them lines, I would be able to get off of, at the very end of Normandy Street is a little river or canal of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a dirt road that goes along with it, so I was hoping to possibly kick up enough dust or something that they thought I went straight on into the golf course, but it would lead them into crashing into the water.
All right. Well, let's. Do you want to keep the 7? I guess.
It's up to you. I could try and reroll.
Well, if you want to re-roll, because I got to work. Give me a DC so I can roll this wits and awareness to see if they notice.
If you want to use the 7, that's fine, or I can reroll. It's up to you.
I think it'd probably be beneficial to re-roll, but we'll leave the 7.
Okay. With that, I will push those 2, hoping for the best.
Okay.
4.
And I will do the same. And with that, you do all the juking back and forth on the dirt road. You know you're kicking up a lot of dust. But for some odd reason, they're able to keep you in sight. And that 50 cal is still going off.
Okay, yep, I'm currently going up towards East President, towards the water treatment plant.
And what is your attempt?
My drive attempt to do that?
No. What are you attempting to do?
Oh, that's just where I'm heading after I tried to, get them to wreck. That was where I was
Gotcha.
heading.
All right, so yeah, give me another drive check as the continues to fire the 50 cal in your general direction.
You know what? That's not great. That's really not great. But I've got more willpower. Why not spend it? Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Hey, that's a lot.
So that's another
4,
1, and you
6,
had a
7,
10 here,
8.
so 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because that would turn those 2 10s would make 4,
Yep.
and then I got a 9, which would be 5, 6, 7.
Yep, so 7. Alright, so let's see. My difficulty to try to do this is a 7. Wait a minute, what the hell happened there? Is that right? That's not right.
Yeah, because I'm trying to just get rid of them at this point.
Yeah, I gotta verify something with these. Okay, well, I guess that is correct. So, well, I mean, I'll do another, see if I can actually get close to you. Well, it gives me a 4, so not good enough. So yeah, once again, you can see literally the dirt in front of you exploding as this 50 cal is still shooting at you. We're gonna come back to you.
Yep,
You're still
that's
being
fine.
chased by the SUV. He still has you in sight, and he's still firing at you, but he can't get a good bead on you to actually hit you or stop the vehicle.
Gotcha.
Judd, you notice this
Yeah.
helicopter flying around, and now, granted, it sees the bus pull away, but it's like it's starting to do a circle pattern as it starts to
Oh,
expand.
I'm just going into an alleyway.
All right. Um, don't know. You're pretty decent distance off, aren't you now, Dom?
I'm pretty good at what?
You're pretty decent distance away. You're miles away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Compared to where I left him, maybe not miles, but I am on.
Okay.
I'm up by the highway. They're down in the city.
So after a few
Yeah.
moments of doing the circle, you notice it stop. Oh, not stop. It starts to kind of hover a little bit, lean forward, and take off in a certain direction.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to try to text him because if he's driving, don't need to distract him.
All right. So, what exactly are your intentions here?
Well, I was just trying to get away from the SI. I didn't realize he sent me in direction of the prince. And who the hell are you? And where the hell are you?
Well, I'm definitely not going to show you my face. And you and I both know the reason you're here. Don't we, Devon?
It's JT.
Yeah. You were Devon in your previous life.
Yeah. I think like, what is that my real name? Yeah. Okay. And what are your intentions? Because I got the SI on my tail, and
You don't anymore, as you can hear the helicopter flying away.
I'll pull out my rifle and shoot at the helicopter.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give me a firearms and dexterity?
I'm next to the prince's house. I shoot shit in the air.
If I'm gonna die, taking everyone with me. So,
Oh, you wanted to know where it was?
Well, they're not expecting this, so yeah. You don't know it, but you do fire off in that direction. After a moment, it stops, turns, and flies back towards you with that nice red light going. But what gets you is the fact that every person you notice watching you has just pulled out a double-barreled shotgun.
No. I'm okay. I'm driving away. I'm fucking up out of town. I'm leaving Savannah.
Judd's like, oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, Judd's like, yeah.
Oh, Judd, you do hear a gunshot go off in the park, and you see that helicopter turn and head back towards the park.
If I'm going down, I'm bringing company with me.
I'm hiding. I mean, I have no idea what's going on outside of this area, so, because basically where I probably am by this point is, let's see, I left that area and then just kept running. I'm probably over on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And so I'm just going to walk into the KFC, order some chicken, and go find somebody to just, talk to.
At least I got my chicken.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I just thought.
Remind me when we get done. There's a show I just got done watching yesterday. I need to share something off it with you.
Okay.
You may have, one of you guys may have seen it, but we'll discuss it after the stream. All right, so
Well, who was the one that sent me in? Just saying.
all right, so let's see if this works out right. No, it's not that, is it? It's well, let me add an extra dice then. All right. You know what? I am going to attempt just to see if I can get that last one.
Okay.
I don't. So I need a athletics dexterity from you.
Oh, you got me. There's no way I can beat 4 anyways.
Do you have at least 2 dice?
Yeah, but they're blood hunger.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
Well, I mean, give me the roll anyway. We got to figure something out, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a messy critical, I mean, that's all good for me.
I'm clicking. I'm not having anything pop up.
I noticed that a minute ago when I was trying to click Judd's name to send him a message that it was taking a second. Refresh your, and then try.
I mean, you got rapid reflexes, right? For, well, I don't know if that would work for celerity for melee brawl. Melee strength. I mean, it lets you dodge arrows and bullets. Celerity does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why? Oh!
I mean, here's the thing. If he's trying to stake you, he can't because that's not more than 5, even if you fail.
Sorry. There we go.
So yeah, you get a very sharp pain in your chest, but as he just pointed out, it's not more than 5.
Staking has specific rules.
Mm-hmm. Somebody
5 plus damage to actually stake them.
and you notice a hole in your chest, but not in the right exact spot. You maybe you shifted or moved or whatever. But yeah, you do notice that somebody just stabbed you with something.
Okay.
And you notice the homeless guy, which I'm not going to use this guy's stats. I need to actually use this guy's stats. Where is it? There it is. Points his double-barreled at you.
Mm-hmm.
For 4 to hit you. Give me. You can give me another one of your attempts to dodge out of the way of this.
Dex athletics celerity.
Oh, wait. Was that brawl in strength or athletics in strength to avoid
The
stabbing?
athletics and strength, I think. Oh, maybe it is brawl and strength.
Fighting?
So avoid getting staked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's whatever their defense is.
Okay.
To stake them, it is a called shot, which is -2.
Well, I
then
also
you
have a
to
vest on. That's why I'm confused. That brawl, I hit athletics and strength. The 2 brawl, I actually get an extra die. That's what I was just asking.
All right. Well, this one is an athletics and dex.
Okay, athletics dex. And the best that does.
That is just a +4 to what it is. I don't think it adds dice.
Okay.
I think it's kind of like a damage threshold.
Okay, so you can enjoy 2.
Well, the shotgun is a +4.
Ooh, so that's gonna be 6.
But you said you had a flak vest, which is a -4.
Okay, so then we're back down to 2. And I don't think the fact that they're incendiary rounds has any difference. So you take 2.
Fire does not, play nice with vampires. I don't know. Exactly
Hence why
how
I
it
was
works.
making. Hence why it's aggravated instead of.
Yeah.
Superficial, yeah.
Yeah. So you take 2 aggravated damage because you can see the fact that you were hit with 2 incendiary rounds from a shotgun.
Okay.
I'm not going to have the rest of them shoot at you at this point in time, but you can see that they're moving closer to do just that.
All right. I will pull out the M79 and fire off my phosphorus grenade.
All right. So what direction are you firing that thing?
Right at the guy who staked me.
You don't see a guy who staked you.
Well, yeah, I assume he'd be right there with me if he's.
So you're just going
Right.
to shoot it at your feet?
I would shoot at a group of people.
It's like, what happened last night? Angel died. How? He blew himself up.
So
What about
I mean,
your sire?
how you doing it?
Hmm?
Because I felt the direction it came in, right?
Well, you felt where you got hit, not the direction it came from. And no telling if he's still standing directly in front of you. He may have tried stepping to the side to hit you. You don't know.
Right.
You don't have that ability yet.
Plus, there's people with shotguns firing.
Yeah, there's several shotgun wielding individuals coming towards you.
Would he stay in front of you if they're going to shoot at your front?
Alright, yeah, I'll shoot at the guy who shot me with the thing.
Okay, go ahead and fire. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh. What
Hey,
it-
that's at least 2-3 successes.
Okay, well, I mean, that depends on whether or not he was. Ooh. All right.
It's an area of effect. It doesn't have a name on it. It's addressed to whom it concerns.
Yeah, but he still could probably possibly get out of the way of it, which would make
Yep.
this a failure. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Well, that's a 3 to your. What'd you roll? 3.
Well, messy criticals failures or
Messy criticals cause an issue if you failed. You currently have.
And I don't know what a grenade launcher does.
Wait a minute. Are all those messy criticals?
Bestial failed 2 messy criticals on his failure on his
Oh,
hunter.
I need to check on that because I think they canceled something out because you only got a 1. It didn't count as a success.
Well, the messy
only
criticals
had
never
one
have,
success.
because they're 10s on the hunger dice. They just don't count as successes on the hunger dice. Because the bestial failures are 1 on the hunger dice, I believe.
And with your willpower, you only have a 2, correct?
A 7 or 5. What is it? You have to roll over.
6. 6 or higher.
6 or
is a
higher.
success.
So yeah,
Yes,
it is considered a failure. What is your hunger at now?
My hunger is at 3, so that put me at 4, right?
Okay, so you're at 4. I don't know how much hunger you have, but you're currently at.
I got one more before I full on beast rage.
All right, so yeah, you fire this off, and I mean, it's almost getting hard for you to see through that blood red covering your eyes because that rage is starting to kick up inside you, and you can feel just you're ready to just fucking tear things apart. I mean, this is really getting to you. The guy with the shotgun who shot you had the audacity to dive out of the way at the last second to keep from getting hit by your phosphorus grenade.
So reload.
Yep, you reload. All right. You definitely feel a sharp pain in the small of your back as you're hit again. Give me, well, wait a minute. I got to make sure I actually hit you. Give me a dexterity athletics. Because you're moving. Yeah, well, it's just your way of keeping from getting stabbed again. Oh my. Ooh.
He's alive and well.
So, are you gonna try and tame it, or just?
So we're gonna come back to that as I verify exactly what the hell's going on. You're driving. You're being chased. You're being shot at.
Does Jude have anything to do right now?
I'm hiding.
Jude said he's hiding.
Okay.
I mean, if it's something.
I got some KFC. I'm going out.
Yeah, he's having a conversation with some college kid. About what is the best kind of chicken tenders to purchase, and he hears the shotgun going off, and of course it draws the crowd's attention towards the door. Are you gonna try to blend in with what's going on?
Oh yeah.
Give me a subterfuge.
Okay.
And we'll just say subterfuge composure if that works for you.
That works perfectly fine for me.
Alright, what do I need to do here?
That's a 2.
Alright. Good enough. You're able to kind of blend in with the college kids there, looking out the window to see what's going on. You hear some gunshots going off. You hear what sounded like a grenade. The whole park lit up over there near, not too far from the Prince's house.
I'm just going, oh my! My word.
My word, I do say.
I do declare there's something wrong going on over there.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
Oh, it's all good.
No. I'm trying to determine exactly what is considered a frenzy test.
So frenzies. I have that wrote down. Page 219 for frenzying.
That should be like composure and something.
Composure, resolve, but it depends on the frenzy. I know for me, I have a negative to my frenzies because of my client. But yeah, page 219 is frenzy checks. And you are frenzying because of
Hunger.
good reasons.
Hunger and a lot of things, apparently.
Resist
To resist frenzy, the vampire rolls a willpower against a difficulty set by me based on the level of provocation. Oh joy. Vampire adds dice equal to 1/3 of their humanity, rounded down to their willpower pool when they try to resist frenzy.
Well, I just click the button that says resist frenzy.
If that's what.
Why don't you do that? But hold on before you do. I need to determine what your difficulty is.
Yeah, because you only rolled 5 dice, which is your willpower, but you have half your humanity rounded down as well.
Oh, okay.
So if you're at 7, you'd have 3 extra dice on top of that. Now, frenzying is fun because you can ride the wave and he tells you what happens, but this is not the time for, that to really happen because you'll possibly just fucking die.
I would still do it.
3 humanity, you said?
Yeah, 3 extra dice because of your humanity rounded down.
Okay.
So.
And then I'll willpower for that first one.
Well, I need to figure out a good way to make this.
Can I willpower a frenzy roll or no?
You're already using your willpower and your humanity. Okay. I don't know if you could willpower a frenzy.
Okay, so
that's something I'm not sure on.
Difficulties. I need to figure out the difficulty settings.
You rolled 6 successes.
Well, the first one I rolled was 1. So I'll go with that. And then I rolled my humanity die, so that's 10. So 2 successes.
All right. Let's check the reference table.
Now, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but see,
Nice.
I mean, it's a pretty decent provocation here, isn't it? I mean, you've got a lot of things going on, so I'm trying to make sure I give you a proper difficulty.
His family's right there.
More than likely, I failed.
I don't know. You did pretty good on the roll.
Well, I did too. Look at the first one. That was my first one. That was
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're still chasing
Oh.
after the car after a phosphorus grenade went off in the park.
No, the helicopter's coming towards the park.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
a
The
Hummer
car,
with a 50
the
cal,
Hummer and stuff, that's a long way away, shooting at him with a 50 cal.
Yeah.
But I've been measuring distances, and I've got like 7 miles
Okay,
of wide open throttle.
So,
towards
yeah.
these guys.
Whoever's stabbing at you right now, you could care less about.
Yeah.
But, you smell fresh blood. It's close.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I mean, I knew where it was going to go, so.
I mean, it's just right there.
Huh?
So why don't you, outside the box, give me a percentage roll.
14.
Okay. I have given you your information. You are currently in a full-on blood frenzy. You need human blood now. You can't think of anything other than the human blood now.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave you there. And you're at the KFC or whatever it is, looking out the window trying to figure out what just lit up the sky, and you're hearing the gunshots. And you see the helicopter coming back towards the park.
Huh?
You see the helicopter coming back towards the park.
Yep, the truth is, I'm beyond caring about what's going on at the park. I'm more thinking, I just want to get out of here now.
Dom,
Yes.
you're driving as fast as you can, as sporadic as you can. That 50 cal is going off behind you. What are your attempts? What are you planning on trying to do?
So I take a hard right once I get off that dirt path on
Yep.
East Presidential,
Yep.
and I see that I have 8 miles of highway where I can just foot to the floor and try and get away from this Hummer before I have something because after 8 miles, it turns and goes up onto this little McQueen Island, and the old TB Railroad. There is a quick turn to get off right there, and then a whole bunch of trees that go on that dirt road up to the middle of nowhere.
All right. First of all, give me a drive check. Because you said you made a sudden right?
Yeah, I got off that dirt, and then I'm going to get onto that onto that highway.
Go ahead.
Drive, Dex. Hoping for the best. 6.
Very good.
And then, yeah, foot to the floor. I'm just going. I'm hoping this Hummer can't get higher than like 80 miles an hour.
So, in pure cinematic style, your little four-door comes up in the air, lands on the ground, you skid across the road, and you take off down the highway. Seconds later, the Humvee does the same thing, but not quite as smoothly as you did. Kind of swerves off the road a little bit, comes back up on the road, and comes up behind you. You had a 6 on your roll for that, so let's find out how close they can get to shooting you as you drive off.
Yeah, and I am blacked out going
No.
into the darkness.
No good whatsoever. Could not hit you. Alright, and so give me another drive check as you put that foot down as far as it'll go.
Okay.
Mind you, the highway is not empty at this point in time.
Yeah.
So you will be doing some swerving in and out of traffic as you go.
I'm gonna try it. See what happens. Hope for the best. 2 more successes. Ooh, actually, that's a 10. So that's 4, 6, 7, 8. I think, right? Or 4, 6, 7.
4, 5.
1, 2, 3,
7.
7.
2 10s is 4, and then 7 more, or 3 on top of that, so 7 total.
So.
And I am stressing right now.
All right. So you notice he's losing ground, but he's still right. He's still back there, but he's losing ground. He's able to boom boom. Apparently, whoever's driving this Humvee is real good at defense or combat driving, whatever.
Yep.
So give me one more drive check. Wait. I still have to do the firearms.
Yeah, because I am going 8 miles off this highway and then into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. The gunman will use a willpower to try and see if he can get you, or at least close to you. And that's a negative. It's only a 2 success. He doesn't hit another vehicle, but he doesn't hit you.
Yep.
All right, give me that last drive.
More?
Mm-hmm.
Too bad he didn't hit another vehicle.
6. It's 6.
All right. Okay, so with that, you whip in and out, and just barely keep from hitting an 18-wheeler that's coming towards you. You see the Humvee comes out, whips out in front of the 18-wheeler, and that's the last you see of it.
Okay. Yeah, I am. That's the last I see of it. I am going.
You don't hear an accident. You don't hear a crash, but that is the last you see of it. Well,
okay.
Let me verify that. To be honest with you, because I didn't use his last willpower for that. Okay, good. He was successful enough that he didn't hit the 18-wheeler, but he did something else. You don't see what happened because there's an 18-wheeler going that direction in your rear view. And what other SUV you passed that's right behind you.
Gotcha.
And you're gone. You've lost your tail.
I am in the middle of nowhere.
And their eye in the sky did not catch up. It got rerouted. Which, of course, you're too much of in a frenzy right now, so you don't even think about the helicopter. And it doesn't even register in your head the other gunfire going off behind you as you make your way across the street to the only smell of fresh blood you can catch.
Mm-hmm.
You did have an opportunity of not going for the fresh blood in the house across the street from you. Unfortunately, the dice did not roll in your favor.
Okay.
Yeah, the fresh blood you smell, as a player, you know who it is. So you are now scaling the wall. Actually, you know what? Why don't you let me know what exactly you're doing to get yourself to that fresh blood you smell on the other side. There is a concrete wall between you and it, but that's not going to stop you. The beast says it can't.
Was there a gate or something there?
No. No, it's just, I'd say concrete. It's concrete pillars with a solid iron gate that you can actually somewhat see through. I mean, I'm sitting here telling you one thing earlier, and I'm telling you a different thing now that would make the thing I told you earlier not work out right. But, let me see if I can actually get a good look at what the gate looks like on this place. But that's what I'm going with, even if it doesn't match up. There's like a wrought iron, something or another. Alright, street view. That's not the right place, is it? Okay, did I just mess up? Oh, I told you the wrong house.
I thought it was, but
I know it's there.
I thought he may have moved after, the last raid.
No, I know I told you it was right there by the park, and I remember what it looked like.
Let me go back over here. What I thought you were talking about was I think what you had originally told me was 513 Whitaker Street.
Well, let me see. 513 Whitaker.
Yeah.
Where's that at? All right. Well, see, I sat here and I think I made a big mistake. I thought that was the house because it looked like it from the roof ceiling. You said 513?
Yeah, 513 is the one you had originally told me about.
Okay, it is right there. All right. It's just on the opposite side. So,
Yeah.
you know what? It's on that side now.
It's retcon. It's still Forsyth Park.
Yeah.
So.
It's, yeah, it's going to be on that side. Give me a second to actually tell you what the fence looks like. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, if you actually go to it and look at it and you see the small version of the fence that it has there, think same thing but 8 foot high. It's got the concrete columns every 8 feet, and in between it's got the wrought iron railing with the very big, sharp, like spear tip points on the very top of it.
Okay.
Very expensively made, not that cheap stuff that kind of resembles it, if you know what I'm talking about. It looks like the smashed metal. This one actually has real sharp pointed tops, and they're about 8 feet tall.
Okay. I will.
Congratulations, we have moved an entire house to the opposite side of the park.
I was thinking, I don't know if that's where it was, but that's okay.
I am going to use my cat's grace, hop over the damn thing, pull out the 73.
No, you have no guns.
Oh, I have no guns?
No. The frenzy is not allowing you to. There's only one thing in mind, and is not operating a weapon.
Get that blood.
Right, I was going to blast through the door.
Nope.
The front door.
You are going to frenzy through that door.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Click over the wall.
think of it as like a berserker rage. Operating, weapons or cars or anything like that. No. Actually, what's the best way to think of it? You ever seen? No, you seen I Am Legend?
Yes.
Creatures that go chasing him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't operate and use anything, but they're hungry, and that's what you're after.
All right. I'll go Hulk smash and.
All right, so you Hulk smash against the door you come to. Give me a strength brawl or strength melee, your choice. Because it is a door to a vampire's home, so it might be somewhat reinforced.
Yeah, I'll just be knocking.
No, you won't.
Politely.
Did you roll?
Like I said, I'll be knocking politely.
Oh, you don't have a strength brawl or melee or nothing? I mean, yeah.
I have 2 brawl and 1 strength.
And you're hungry, and you're extremely hungry at the moment, so... Oh yeah, you're like pounding on this door, and you can hear it. You can hear women screaming or a woman and a child screaming on the other side of this door, and you can smell it. It's right there. So, if you can't go through the door,
can you go through the window?
You can smash through the window.
Okay.
So,
do I need to roll again?
Nope, the 2's enough to smash through the window.
Okay.
But and you notice, granted, it's not really registering in your mind, but you notice guys in suits over here and a guy in a suit over here by the door. Neither one of them are moving. But you can hear that scream in the other room.
Okay. I will go towards that screen.
And you do hear laughter as well. So
I
you
don't
go
care about
toward
that, but-
you go towards that scream, and as you enter the room, all you see is a woman with red hair, clenched down, holding something. And you can see the other redhead standing over in the corner, you know, all nice dressed up. Obviously, Taryn, just big old smile on her face and just kind of chuckling under her breath a little bit. And you can see her fangs bare, just a hair. But that woman is holding something, but that doesn't matter to you. All you got is that blood right in front of you. You know that's your meal.
I'll go say hello to the ex-wife and taste her.
Is there like a how often he can try to resist his frenzy, or is he just failed the first time and it's it? I can't remember.
So depends on if he's trying to
He can't
resist it
ride
or
the
if he's
wave.
riding the wave. If he's riding the
Well-
wave, you can tell him what happens, but to a degree.
Is your ex-wife a touchstone?
A touchstone? Yes.
Okay, then I think you do get to resist before you kill a touchstone.
Okay. Yeah, my touchstone is Janessa and Samantha. And also never strike a woman. So.
Yeah.
So you're breaking everything.
Yeah, I think if it's a touchstone, you get to re-roll, but I don't remember fully.
Yeah, 219, 220, effects of frenzy, type of frenzy, fury frenzy.
And then I get 3 for my. Okay.
So yeah, as you reach down and you grab a hold of her shoulders and you're about to just sink those fangs in, you realize this is Samantha. She's holding your daughter. What are you doing?
I will. Wrap them both and. She's got her, I got. Samantha has Janessa. I'll scoop them both up and hightail out of there with whatever it is that I get. I just got Cat's Grace. So does that give me
Yes.
speed or?
I'll let you use the cat's.
Sweetness.
I'll let you use the cat's
Okay.
grace and add it to your, I guess, dex and athletics.
Alright.
Unless you want to use some other skill that you can give me a proper reason for using it.
Yeah, the cat's grace allows him to like do the impossible balancing and running in parkour like that. Fleetness is like the ludicrous speed where you go plaid type of thing.
Okay.
And I don't think you can use willpower while you're in frenzy.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at trying to find.
Seeing transmit is just the one.
You can use your willpower to try to gain control, but you cannot use willpower to re-roll any dice if you to gain control. But I'm going to say you're already somewhat in control of yourself right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me your rolls to try to abscond with your ex-wife and daughter.
I will use all, since that's my main thing, which is
What are you using all for?
for those around me to be like, ooh, he's cool. We're not gonna fuck with him as he runs out with his kid. And
Just
Right,
give me
that's
the cat's grace, dexterity, and athletics, or what have you, together.
okay.
Because that's what you need to roll to see about getting away. You don't want to try to all the vampires that are there specifically wanting you to do just what we're about to do.
Okay. And Cat's Grace, that gives me one die. Right?
Your celerity.
So
Whatever your
what?
celerity. Whatever
Yeah,
your
celerity.
celerity rating.
You couldn't use willpower to reroll that anyway, could you? Did you add your celerity into that?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you fully hungry?
Yes.
He's in frenzy. He's fully hungry.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's bad.
Yeah. That's why I was going to try to use awe to get away.
So,
But in the
you
process,
grab them, you dive out the window, but it's not a clean dive.
Okay.
How do we want to do this? Wait a minute. Oh no, you still have the hunger, so you still have to roll it that way, even if you're not in frenzy. Even if you got some control of your frenzy at the moment. So you hit the ground. Actually, catch the edge of one of those points of the fencing as you go out the window. Just give me a straight dex check. I mean, granted, I don't know what that is for you. Oh, okay, well, good enough. You're able to roll enough to where you take the damage of hitting that fence.
Okay.
So you take, give me another point of aggravated.
Okay.
You're now out in the street. You can still hear her screaming, and she's trying to push you off of her, trying to get you away from her daughter. Let's see. Let's see if I can find. Hold on. I'm trying to find something. You know what? I'll just do it this way. Why don't you, before we go too much further, tell me and the viewers about Samantha a little bit, will you?
Well,
I mean, we all know what she looks like right now. What kind of person is she?
Well, she is a waitress at the local Hooters that I used to go to back when I was in the military. I used the cheesy pickup line about every rose has a name, or a rose by any other name still smells so sweet, blah, 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 blah. She thought it was corny, but gave me a shot anyways. We were together for about 3 years, and before I got out, 2 years in the marriage is when we had Samantha. And me being the dog that I am, I ended up cheating on her, and she kicked me out. I paid, well, when I was alive, I was paying child support and all that. But she was a good woman, just struggling. She was going to school, all that. But after we got married, got her kids, she dropped out of school, and she kind of resented me for that for a little bit because that made her give up her dreams while I still went out and pursued my dreams of music and all that crap. And that's where the breakdown of the marriage.
Okay, cool. Right now, she is a total train wreck. Mm-hmm. She's trying to fight you off of her and protect her daughter all at the same time.
I will use that cheesy pickup line that I first used on her, so she kind of get this, wait, what? And then...
Well, why don't you give me charisma, or... I mean, you can use charisma or manipulation, but give me... What's the other freaking skill for that?
Persuasion?
Sure. Could you give me a persuasion, either manipulation or charisma? Alright, and I will see if... Okay. Apparently it worked. got through to her. But before we go too much further with that, she starts to calm down. She actually says your name in a bewildered way, and you could hear your daughter say, "Daddy?"
I will just.
Before you hear at the window behind you.
I will kind of still cover them and take off running as soon as I can come towards like a car coming down the street. I'm going to try to stop it and put them in the car and then go back towards the house.
Okay, so you're going to try to stop a car and steal it. Give me, first of all, an athletics dexterity check.
Okay. Do I get pet scratch with it or no?
I will allow it.
Alright. Basically, I'm not trying to like rob them. I'm just trying to get someone to take my kid and my ex.
It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. You're just trying to get the car. You find one. You open up the driver's side door. You yank him out. You feed on him. Because he is not your wife and kid. You're still in frenzy. You're still hungry.
As
Actually,
I'm feeding,
give me a willpower.
Alright, willpower. That's what? Willpower. Just resist frenzy or willpower?
Just willpower. Should be just a willpower roll.
And that will. I'll just do that.
Okay, so you resist enough to keep from killing him, but you do feed off of him. So.
And I'll turn back.
Let's check to see.
Down, tell her to get the hell out of here.
I need to see exactly how much you feed off of him.
I mean, yeah. Then I can get some help.
All right, let's
I'll
see.
drain him if I have to.
No, you won't, because that's what your willpower was for.
Okay.
I just need to find where the whole. And for those watching who've played this before, I may be doing this wrong. But you know what? We will. What I need? Aggravated damage equal to hunger. Slacked. How much are you going to slack? 1 or 4? Well, you don't have that choice. It's going to be 4. So I need a strength stamina from him. That's not going to do it. Nope. Okay. Damn sure not going to use the Faith Hunters. Jesus. So let me see if I can find. Alright, so I'm just going to roll. Oh, jeez. Okay. He seems to still be breathing after you've gotten 4 points out of him.
Oh, nice.
The problem is, you take a little while, and you notice as you're sitting, she's still, she started screaming again. Doesn't know what the hell you're doing to this guy.
I look to her with blood down my face, screaming at her to leave. Never come back. And then I'll lick his wound and take off running.
Okay. Yeah, she gets it the fuck out of Dodge. You have 2 guys with shotguns chasing you down the street. You are now slacked 4 out of the 5 hunger. You have control of yourself. What are you doing?
I just have one question while he thinks. Hopefully nobody has a cell phone out and recording any of this.
Downtown Savannah?
Well, the problem with that is the guy he just drained was the only human other than his wife and kid that he had found.
Yeah.
And that was based off the percentage roll from earlier. So, you know, it was a bad roll for him, but could be a good roll for him. So, either way.
Yeah.
So I got a park full of bad guys. I got two guys.
No. The park guys didn't realize you jumped out the front window. You got the two suited guys that were inside the house chasing you. They jumped out after you.
Okay, I will continue to use parkour. Actually, you know what? I will. A little too late to retcon this. No, actually, I had to feed first, so I should have already taken off. I will just parkour my way down through alleys and all that to, I guess, head towards the river.
Alright, well, it's going to be a long run.
If I can find a car prior to that, I will rip them out and take off in the car.
Well, about a block away, you know there's a church. Or a college of art and design. Maybe there's a car there.
Okay.
Or, you know, I'm going to say you went the other direction because you were going down Hall. So no, there's a parking lot down Hall on the right-hand side. You run in there, and yeah, there's several vehicles that are still there. Because you know, Kroger's right there across the street.
Anyone getting to their car? Don't have to carjack. I'm not very. Well, I might be able to.
Give it a shot.
I have no larceny or.
There's a possibility, Judd. You never know. You guys didn't see the roll I made for his trying to survive your drain, did you?
No.
He only had 3 dice. I rolled a 10, 10, and a 7.
Nice.
Barely.
I will hop in. If there's a car that's someone's going to put groceries in or any of that, just quickly run up, kind of smash them up against the car, grab the keys, throw them down, hop in.
Yep. So why don't you give me a brawl strength check on that?
All strength.
Is that your best offer?
How about that?
No, it's 3. So let me roll this. Okay. Not that bad. So you hear a resounding crack as you slam their head against the side of the car?
I don't care.
I know you don't. The body goes completely limp, but it looks like it's still breathing. You snatch the keys out of their pocket or out of their hand, hop in, and drive away.
Yes.
Where are you going?
I am heading out of town.
And that is where we'll stop for tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We may have an episode next Sunday. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But we do have Consequences of Chaos on Friday to organized play on Wednesday, so feel free to come join us on those days, and of course back here Sunday for some more Kindred of Savannah. Because you know, either way, we still have to find out where our characters are going from here, and if they're really going to just abandon Kristoff and all the good he's done for them since they've been in the city. Anyway, we'll let them dwell on that for the next week while we continue to dwell on other things. Join us for the other shows, as well as you can watch our program that when I'm playing my game. You collect those points, spend those points on Friday. But just remember, we're in this adventure called Life Together, so please keep the golden rule in mind and treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated with yourself. And thank you for joining us this evening for another episode of Kindred of Savannah. Have a good week.